Superdimensional Internet Cafe. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 1 Superdimension Internet Cafe. Start. In the morning, Divine Land, a quiet internet cafe. Ding. Superdimension Internet Cafe is connecting. What's the situation? In front of the internet cafe counter, a young man of 17 or 18 years old with a handsome appearance. A cold mechanical sound resounded in his mind, and he was suddenly surrounded by surprises. Early in the morning, all night long, there are no guests. Where did the sound come from? Could it be that the awakener of the spiritual system is trolling me? Impossible. I'm an ordinary person. There is no need for the awakened to trouble me at all. Could it be an auditory hallucination? Chen muttered to himself, but there was a burst of unease in his heart point, because he has a secret in his heart that he cannot tell. He is a transmigrator. I have been reborn in this world for 18 years. This is a world similar to its previous life point. Everything in the history of the universe is roughly the same as the Earth in the previous life, but the modern characters are different. For example, there is a gangster-born star in Xiangjiang named Chen who starred in a legendary gang movie Young and Dangerous. At first, Chen was taken aback, thinking that he had traveled to the world of Hong Kong movies, but it turned out that it was not. This is a Gao-Wu world, where heaven and earth are mutated, and vitality is revived, in the year 2000 of the Tianyuan calendar. That is, the day Chen was reborn. Mysterious cracks appeared in the whole planet and even in the universe. In the cracks of different dimensions, monsters only found in countless fantasy novels and games rushed into this world. Goblins, slimes, skeletons, lizardmen, minotaurs, elves, frost dragons, etc. have brought earth-shaking changes to the human world, and the day Chen was born was also recorded in the annals of history. Known as the Tianyuan Mutation. After the Tianyuan Mutation, after the initial shock and panic, the human nation launched a counterattack against the monster. After killing the monster, the physique and various attributes of most of the soldiers have been improved, and even the best of them have awakened mysterious power, thereby becoming a supreme awakener. It is somewhat similar to playing online games in the previous life, except that not everyone has the talent of the awakened. There are 4 kings in the awakened, all of whom were famous in Chen's previous life. One of them is the national father, Ma Huang, who has adopted sons all over the world, and has never touched money, and has no interest in money. And he has a sworn younger brother. After Tianyuan broke through, he founded a network empire with strong financial resources. The 2 are also called Big and Small Horses. They both have the strength and wealth to rival a country, and they are also called 4 kings, with the Queen of Britain and the Queen of Northern Europe who rule the world and the Western world. 4 kings, what a great title. Chen smacked his mouth. As a transmigrator, he also yearned for the power to destroy the mountains and the seas, but unfortunately his talent was very special, which made him unable to attend the Higher Awakened Academy, which is the university in his previous life. I can only come back to inherit this internet cafe with a deserted business. This internet cafe was left by Chen's cheap parents, who passed away the year he was born. For the rest of his relatives, he has a mysterious aunt. It is said that when he was abroad, she entrusted the management of the internet cafe in his early years. Not being able to go to university is not because Chen didn't work hard enough. Chen's physique is stronger than his peers. The criteria that can be assessed are: you must awaken an attribute power before the age of 16, such as ice, fire, thunder, light and darkness, and rare ones are spiritual space and time. As for Chen, it's not that he has no attributes. His attribute is nothingness. This is the only case in the world. What's the difference between this and no Higher Awakened Academy? It's not that they don't want to admit him, but it's useless to admit him, and no one can teach Chen. So let Chen go home and cultivate by himself. Cultivation by yourself? It's easier said than done. Chen spread his hands and was persuaded to quit for 2 years. He practiced hard every day according to the school curriculum, but unfortunately his nihilistic attribute could not emit any mysterious power at all, nor could he enhance his physical fitness, and gradually he became calm. It's just that there is always a faint resentment in my heart. As a transmigrator, why don't you give me a cheat of long A ocean level, or a bear child system, a salted fish system, etc. One knife 999 is also fine. Unfortunately, nothing. However, just as Chen was distressed, the cold mechanical sound from before resounded in his ears again. Ding. Hyperdimensional internet cafe is connected. Loading 100% ding. The Superdimension Internet Cafe is officially opened. Bind the host and get 1-star permission. Again. Wait, my computer. Chen was stunned for a moment when he noticed that a mysterious window suddenly popped up on the main computer screen of the internet cafe. The window runs automatically, and then it takes less than a second. The world has changed. A silver flash that transcended time and space erupted from the computer. In an instant, the internal environment of the entire internet cafe changed. It looked unchanged from the outside, but the internal environment was completely new. In Chen's eyes, except for the main computer at the counter, all the objects in the computer seats in the internet cafe have been virtualized and become very unreal. In this internet cafe, only Chen's is real. A feeling suddenly appeared in Chen's heart, an extremely confident feeling. In this internet cafe, he is the only ruler of the world, the supreme creator, and he is invincible in this internet cafe. Superdimension internet cafe. Is this my cheat? Chen's heart shook, and he looked in surprise at the webpage that appeared on the main computer, which contained information about the Superdimension Internet Cafe. Superdimension Internet Cafe. Produced. Host, Chen. Talent attribute, nothingness. 4 dimensional properties, power. 13. Agility. 15. Spirit. 21. Constitution. 13. Before the breakthrough of Tianyuan, the average 4-dimensional attribute of an adult male was 23, and after the mutation of Tianyuan, it was 510. Current permission, 1-star permission. 1-star authority. In the real internet cafe connected by the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, the host is in an invincible state. After the netizens recharge, they will get a 10% membership card. Is this gone? Chen was stunned for a while, then clicked the computer screen and found that there was no more information. How to use this cheat. Netizens recharge. Where did netizens come from? Chen muttered in his heart. But at this moment ding. The peerless beauty of the country, the unparalleled beauty of the country. Log into the Superspace Internet Cafe. Ding. Brotherhood leader. Log into the Chrono Internet Cafe. Ding. Laozi is not you Laozi. Log into the Superspace Internet Cafe. Ding. There is an Avalon Indalian. Log into the Chrono Internet Cafe. Ding. The Evil Kings realize. Log into the Superspace Internet Cafe. Ding. Damp First Hawkage. Log into the Superspace Internet Cafe. Asterisk Chapter 2 Magneto. Crown Magician. Evil King True Eye. This. Chen looked at the digitized figure of 6 paths that appeared in the internet cafe, slightly startled, and then calmed down. This is the netizen connected by Superdimension Internet Cafe. Although he couldn't see their appearance, Chen could see something through his figure. Among the 6 people, 2 were girls, 1 was innocent and cute, about the age of a junior high school student, and the other knew that she was a beautiful woman just by looking at the shadow. And the remaining 4 figures, 1 is an old man holding a cane. 1 is an old man with a strong aura, wearing a cape and a helmet. There is also a special effect, with petals floating beside him as a phantom young man. A fox with 9 tails. Wait, damn First Hawkage. Could this fox be Ninetales Kurama from Hawkage? Chen only recalled a little, and then he thought of an animation work that left a deep impression in his mind. Are you Kurama? Chen asked Kurama in the 6th seat, but unfortunately no one responded, and the 6 people seemed unable to hear his voice. Could it be that, because they are spiritually connected, only their phantoms emerge here, and their bodies are not here? Chen pondered in his heart, and then quickly typed in the notification window of the main computer, that damn First Hawkage, are you Kurama? After leaving a message on the main computer, a window automatically appeared on Kurama's computer, marked, Superdimension Internet Cafe discussion group. This way, everyone can speak directly in the discussion group. This is slightly beyond Chen's expectations. It seems that this internet cafe system is still very user-friendly. Kurama, how did you know my name? Kurama, who was in the 6th seat of the internet cafe, saw Chen's message on the web page on the screen. The world calls him Ninetales, a demon fox, a natural disaster, and only a few people know his real name, such as the deceased sage of 6 paths. The other ninjas regarded him as a beast, and would not call him his real name at all. It's really you. Chen smiled. He finally understood the power of the superdimensional internet cafe. He was able to connect to infinite dimensions and billions of time and space. He was really an awesome cheat. Kurama was taken aback. You really know me. You belong to the Uchiha clan. Except for Uchiha Madara, I didn't expect someone to pass through Jinkriki and directly perform illusions on me. From Kurama's point of view, he was in an illusion, and a strange place appeared in his mind, as if he was there. This must be an illusion. As for the information sent by Superdimension Internet Cafe on his virtual computer, when he logged in, he directly ignored it. Laozi is not you. Laozi, is it illusion? The illusion that can make me trick. Your cultivation base has already surpassed that of the Supreme Master, Brotherhood leader. Illusionism? HMPH, it's you, my old friend Charles. No, now I should call you Professor X. Mental interference. In the end I underestimated you, but no matter what tricks you play, you can't shake me. I will never give up my ideals. After that, the leader of the Brotherhood went offline and disappeared into the internet cafe. Chen watched the leader of the Brotherhood go offline, speechless for a while. This old man is too decisive. Is it really worthy of being said to be Magneto, the supervillain in the X-Men? At this time, other netizens also argued, because of illusion. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Is it illusion? It's a really interesting proposition, but I'm just curious, who can perform illusions on a crowned magician? The Evil King's true eye. It's just a mere illusion. When I unlock the seal of the Evil King's true eye, the world in my eyes will be destroyed. There was an Avalon in Dalian who said thoughtfully, oh, destroy the world, the true eye of the Evil King? Dare to ask the name of your excellency. Kurama, destroy the world. What a big breath. As a natural disaster grade Ninetales, he does not have the ability to destroy the world, not to mention the true eyes of the Evil King. He has never heard of it. The Evil King's true eyes. How can you foolish mortals understand our greatness? Bragging, who wouldn't? She was no weaker than others. When it came to secondary illness, the Evil King's true eyes. Could it be the little bird Yuliuha who's in love with the second sickness? She's just a mortal here. Chen murmured for a while. If she knew that there were a group of godlike bosses in front of her, she didn't know what her expression would be. The tailed beast Kurama, the crowned magician Merlin, the Magneto King, and a great master whose cultivation is at least supreme, and whose origin is unknown in the world. Laozi is not you. Laozi. In addition to the diving, the unparalleled beauty of the alluring country and allure, the national scholars, the visual observation is that the bird swims in Liuhua as a mortal. Well, it seems that Chen himself has to be brought along. He is currently stronger than ordinary people at most, and has not broken away from the level of mortals. Then how to become stronger? Do you have to rely on netizens to recharge membership points? This superdimensional internet cafe does not give a novice tutorial, but also gives a hint. Chen muttered, ding. Host can upload the memory pictures and game novels in the mind as commodities to the hyperdimensional website in the internet cafe. Netizens need a certain membership points to download game video novels, and the price is automatically evaluated by the system. At this time, a mechanical prompt sounded in his mind, and this kind of operation. Chen was instantly overjoyed, and instinctively uploaded a video of Hokage Ninja in his mind. Ding. Team leader Chen uploaded a memory video, which can be downloaded and watched in an instant. Xiaoni Aoyao and others, who were still chatting happily in the discussion group, had a sealed memory in their minds, and they could get it immediately, as long as they paid points. Suddenly, all the members of the discussion group were shocked. P.S. The new book is set sale. Please collect it. The first day will be 5, and there will be 3 more later. Asterisk chapter 3 Ninetales. There are always people who want to harm me. Interesting. can actually implant memory fragments in my mind. In Zingai universe, Merlin, the magician of flowers located in ancient Britain, after receiving the memory video uploaded by Chen, Gujing Wubo's mind set off a storm for the first time. Merlin is a life in a higher dimension, a mixture of dream demons and humans, with the strength of a crowned hero, such as the Demon King Solomon, such as the crowned assassin King Hassan. Well, although Jinken is a real crown assassin, I admire her courage to assassinate kin to mortals. Merlin is a godlike existence. Moreover, Merlin's dream demon talent made him more prominent at the spiritual level. He could silently implant memories in his spiritual world. It is estimated that only Jaya and Alea can do it. Then let's recharge and see. In the spiritual world, Merlin looked at the recharge button that appeared on the virtual computer and clicked it in anticipation. A memory popped up out of thin air in my mind. In an apartment in the island country, the cute female junior high school student Xiaoni Aoyaliuhua with a bandage on her right eye burst into tears with excitement. There really is an invisible boundary line in this world, which is undoubtedly great news for her in the late stage of secondary illness, because she never believed that her father was dead. She felt that her father just went to another world. As long as she stayed in this magical internet cafe, maybe she could see her father again. Recharge. Xiaoni Aoyaliuhua pressed the button without hesitation. Kurama, huh? What memory video? The Uchiha family don't want to control me anymore. In the discussion group, Ninetales was the only one who questioned Yi Chen's memory video. It's a beast. Yi Chen complained for a while. Ninetales was pitted by Uchiha too badly, and there was a shadow in his heart. The current Kurama is living with the mentality that there are always bad guys trying to harm me, and that no one believes in it. After all, tailed beasts are the strongest tools of war for ninjas. After thinking for a while, Yi Chen entered in the discussion group. This memory video is related to your past and future. I like to watch it or not. Anyway, everyone here has watched it. Don't let you know your future. Just me who doesn't know my future? Kurama frowned for a while. If this internet cafe is real, then everyone knows his past and future, but he doesn't know it. Isn't it a big joke? Hey, recharge. Kurama gritted his teeth, but still pressed the recharge button, thinking to himself, if he is tricked, he will be forced by Uchiha Madara again. Ding. Kurama recharged successfully. Get Ninetales chakra crystal, worth 200 member points. Host gets commission. 20 member points. I knew you couldn't stand it. Hearing the sound of the system prompt in his ear, Yi Chen smiled in his heart. Kurama has been sealed in the body of Jinkriki for decades. In addition to being full of resentment towards humans, there is also an unbearable loneliness for ordinary people. Anyone who has had a dog at home knows that if you keep it locked up and keep it from walking outside, it will be difficult to support it. And Kurama has been locked in a small dark room for decades, and it is the kind that can't die. If he wants to die, the loneliness in his heart can be imagined. However, he believes that Kurama will not be so lonely in the future after entering the superdimensional internet cafe. But now, I have to rely on Kurama to earn more membership points for myself. At the moment when everyone successfully recharged, Yi Chen knew the function of membership points, so he would not give up until Kurama was drained. In about a few minutes I'm going to kill Uchiha Madara, 4th Hokage. Kurama let out a burst of roars, because in some of the future pictures he saw, he would soon be manipulated by a masked man calling himself Uchiha Madara, who was released to destroy Konoha and carry a cauldron. Then, he killed the current host and 4th Hokage. Finally, chakra was divided into 2 by 4th Hokage and sealed in the world and the underworld respectively. Kurama shuddered when he thought that half of his soul was sealed by 4th Hokage with a Gaul seal and brought into the underworld. And he was even more angry with the Uchiha clan who controlled him. At the same time, in the discussion group, everyone became lively after watching the video. The evil king's true eyes. What a lovely little Jiu, who has been kept as a pet for so many years. Xiaoni Aoyaliuhua really sympathizes with Kurama. Don't look at Kurama's fierce now. In fact, he was super cute and cute when he was a child. Point in front of Sage of Six Paths. Kurama behaves like a civet cat. It's just that after Sage of Six Paths died, it has been used as a combat tool, participated in wars and slaughtered, and suffered countless inhuman abuses, so that his temper became so irritable, and he hated human beings so much. Laozi is not you. Laozi is the Nine-Tails demon fox. What a powerful force this is. Is a legend in the Shang Zhao dynasties true, but isn't the Nine-Tails demon fox a woman? There is an Avalon Indalion in my world's legend. Yuzeokian is also a woman, of course, the predecessor of Yuzeokian, Daji. I have not seen it with my own eyes. There is at one in the Far East. The water is too deep. Kurama, hey, Laozi is male, and what the hell is Xiaojiu? Evil King Zenian. Don't you like the name Xiaojiu? Then I'll call you Eri, Xiaoyu, Xianali, Xioniaoyaoliu, who remembered the cute appearance of Ninetales when he was a child and immediately gave him several names. Kurama, it's getting too much. Ali? Yi Chen's mouth twitched. Ali was also the name of a Ninetales. Evil King True Eye. Is there a problem? The Great Master, Xioniaoyaoliu, said that Yi Chen was the master. It was not because she had a secondary illness, but because the group leader of the discussion group remarked that it was master, and Yi Chen didn't pay attention to this, and she only knew it when she said it. No problem, it's just that you got it right. There is a Nine-Tails demon fox named Ali. Well, Xiaoyu is also right. Yi Chen said truthfully. Kurama, what? And the second and third Nine-Tails demon fox? Hearing this, Kurama was suddenly excited, and he really hoped that there would be more of the same clan. After all, as an empty nest-tailed beast, it is very lack of care. Yi Chen, of course it's true. Do I have to lie to you? There is an Avalon Indalion. Everyone, I think everyone's question has gone astray. Laozi is not you. Laozi. Oh, how can you see it? There is an Avalon Indalion. From the current observation, we are not from a world, nor a parallel universe, and our leader is even more amazing. Not only gathers us in this internet cafe, he knows our future, even sees us, and we don't know him at all. Immediately, Kurama and the others came back to their senses, silently watching Yi Chen's note in the discussion group. Master, could it be that the leader of the group is the supreme ruler of all realms? Otherwise, how could there be such power? Chapter 4 Membership System, Time, and Space Store. Seeing that the atmosphere in the internet cafe suddenly became solemn, Yi Chen smiled lightly and tapped the keyboard lightly. You don't need to care about my identity. I'm just the owner of a small internet cafe. Team leader Yi Chen. There was an Avalon Indalion immediately Cade. Small shopkeeper? I'm sorry to disagree. The Evil King's true eyes. Well, Lord Master is lying to the children. Kurama, I don't believe that. Laozi is not you. Laozi, I take the liberty to ask, what is an internet cafe? Yi Chen, forget, there is an old man here. Kurama, you don't understand that. Hahaha. Laozi is not you. Laozi, please don't hesitate to enlighten me. Kurama, internet cafes are that's internet cafes. Laozi is not you. Laozi, Xioniaoyaoliuha, you gentlemen, internet cafes are a kind of internet cafes, but the environment is more comfortable and the functions are more. You can make an online reservation and recharge, which is more convenient. Laozi is not you. Laozi, so that's it. Then, what is an internet cafe? Little bird touring Six Flowers, little bad touring Liuha. Master, are you an antique? Laozi is not you. Laozi, as an old antique that has lived for hundreds of years. I'm really sorry. Outside Hangu Pass, an old man riding a green ox secretly wiped his cold sweat. He can still understand what the old antique is. The Evil King's true eyes finally said a human word. Evil King Zenian exclaimed, have you lived for hundreds of years? For a small house girl in the real world, the impact of hundreds of years on her is really big. Kurama, hundreds of years. He has survived since the days of Sage of Six Paths. At least hundreds of years. There is an Avalon Indalion. Hundreds of years are really not worth mentioning. It seems that even a fraction of my life is not enough. With the bloodline of immortality and immortality, Merlin has always been aloof from the world, sitting and watching the rise and fall of the human race as the times change. He has forgotten how long he has lived. Big guy. The evil king's real eyes sent a squid girl emoji that was shocked by the aura of the boss. Hundreds of years are just a fraction of the time. Not to mention the little bad swimming in 6 flowers. Kurama and the old man riding the green cow were shocked. Is this a fairy? The old man riding the green bull can still understand. After all, there is a legend of ascension in his world. But the secret sealed by the 7 kingdoms restricts this world. Otherwise he would have already ascended. But Kurama is different. Sage of 6 paths will die of old age. Immortal people he has never seen. The only immortal in Hokage, Satsuki Kaguya, was sealed before he appeared. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Don't talk about age. Let's talk about internet cafes. It's the most important thing to understand now. Laozi is not you Laozi. Well, it makes sense. Chen. Actually, I have a question. Evil King True Eye. Oh, what's wrong with Lord? Chen. Don't you guys look at the information prompt in the lower right corner of the virtual screen? After a pause, he added, you actually turn a blind eye to such a big red envelope. Evil King True Eye. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Laozi is not you Laozi. Kurama. I haven't read a book. I can't read, and it's useless to click, so I just ignore it. I feel fortunate for a while, but fortunately Laozi is illiterate. Hahaha. Chen. The information of the superdimensional internet cafe method can be read, even if you are blind. Admit it, you are blind. The evil king's true eyes. Yes, he is blind. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Yes, he is blind. Laozi is not you Laozi. Yes, just blind. Kurama. Yow. Damn it humans. I still hate you. Evil King Zenion. I'm really sorry to be hated by you. Expression. Laughing. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I'm really sorry to be hated by you. Laozi is not you Laozi. I'm really sorry to be hated by you. Kurama. Does it make sense for you to repeat like this? Expression. Embarrassed. Evil King True Eye. Of course. The essence of human beings is a repeater. Expression. Serious. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Of course. The essence of human beings is a repeater. Expression. Approval. Laozi is not you Laozi. Of course. The essence of human beings is a repeater. Expression. Pensive. Kurama. Expression. Speechless. Haha. This Kurama is interesting. Chen saw that the dignified tailed beast became such a treasure, and he also learned to send memes and complain. TSK. Should it be said that his learning ability is amazing. Sure enough, the emptiness tailed beast needs love the most. After a pause, there was an Avalon in Dalian who said, respected leader, I understand what an internet cafe is. Chen smiled slightly. Oh, you are looking at the message prompt while chatting. Laozi is not you Laozi. The old man also understands that the universe is full of wonders. Kurama. I understand too. I secretly hated. It turns out that when you open a message, you will understand the content. I knew that I would click first and then come out to pretend, and I would not be ashamed just now. And his mentality. In fact, Merlin and the others have more or less. When they first came into contact with the internet, who didn't want to express themselves in front of netizens when playing LOL, who doesn't want others to call you god tier, take me with you or brilliant. Brilliant and the like. It's just that Merlin and the others are more mature than Kurama. Okay, now that you understand, is there anything else to ask? At this time, Chen asked again in the discussion group. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Mr. Leader, can you tell us about the membership system and the refreshed space-time store in the membership center? Why does it say that the permission isn't sufficient when I want to open it? Merlin is worthy of being a great magician, a great sage, and has extraordinary wisdom. He quickly got started, got the functions of an internet cafe, and even found the space-time shop in the member center. Time and space store. However, after the member is successfully recharged, the new function opened by the Superdimension Internet Cafe is also one of the core functions of the Internet Cafe. P.S. There is one more update tonight. Everyone should have guessed who Laozi is not your Laozi, but you can guess which world he is from. Let me remind you that this is an original character, and his background is from a movie, a very famous manga. Chapter 5 Activity 100. The membership system is very simple. After logging into the internet cafe, you can become a member, as long as you recharge. There is no free lunch in the world. When you enter the Superdimensional Internet Cafe to download important information, you will naturally have to pay a price, and the price you pay includes magic, chakra, inner strength or innate skills, panacea, etc. All follow the exchange of equivalents, which is reasonable and reasonable. Facing Merlin's question, Chen replied without hesitation. After a pause, Chen made a smile. Of course. You don't need a membership to chat here. An Avalon Indalian nodded. Equal exchange. Such a membership system is indeed reasonable. Just now, he used 10 years of magic power to exchange 200 membership points. After watching the memory video of Ninetales Demon Fox, it only took 10 points to understand a netizen's past, present, and morality. This consumption is indeed worth it. Kurama made a lot of money, at least knowing his future, and being able to prepare in advance. You haven't. If Kurama is in the current situation, knowing the future doesn't help. But Kurama certainly doesn't regret spending those 10 membership points. Evil King's Iron. Speaking of which, what do you all use to recharge? Xiaoyaoyaoyuhua was very curious. Recharging requires energy such as magic power, chakra, internal power, etc. But she did not consume much to recharge, and she succeeded. Silly girl, you lost the most precious thing. Chen muttered in his heart. Although Xiaoyaoyuhua is a mortal person, she has a special thing, which is rare and precious, that is luck. Luck is a heroine. Although luck is illusory, it is owned by everyone. Although the recharge just now only consumed a little bit of her luck, not even 1/1,000. But let's remind her, although Liuhua is a daily heroine, there is no danger, but if her luck is seriously lost, she may be hit by a car and lose her memory. When she goes out. Every day, it turns into a dog-blooded Korean drama in minutes. Chen, Evil King True Eye, you just used up your luck by recharging. Evil King True Eye, what? Luck, good luck. Laozi is not surprised, because he understands this. There is an Avalon Indalian. Luck. What an amazing person. As a crowned magician, Merlin knew that there were some outstanding figures in every era, and they were very rich, and could never go anywhere. Evil King True Eye, what is luck? Is it important? Expression, nervous. Chen, it's very important. If a person has no luck, he will definitely be unlucky, but fortunately you only recharged a little luck, and it won't affect your life. Hearing this, Xiaoyaoyuhua breathed a sigh of relief, but she won't dare to recharge next time. Suddenly, I envy people with special abilities. Birds swim the 6 flower hearts. Next, let's talk about the Space-Time Store. This is the exclusive store of the Superdimensional Internet Cafe. The treasures you use to recharge are all in it. In the future, some treasures that you don't have will be refreshed, but they are only open to me at the moment. Only when the activity of the coffee reaches a certain level will it be open to you. At this time, Chen went on to answer Merlin's question just now. In Chen's main computer, the properties of the space-time store are displayed. Level, LV1. Note, currently, it is open to host, commodity, fortune crystal. Value, 1000 membership points. Ninetales chakra crystallization, a little chakra of 9 trumpets, equivalent to the amount of chakra of a cage level powerhouse for 20 years. Value, 200 membership points. Magic crystal, 20 years of magical power of crown magician. Value, 200 membership points. Taoist spiritual method with light and dust. Value, 100 member points, and Chen's current membership points are 150 points. Can't buy anything except in the light and dust and Chen wanted to buy Ninetales chakra, so he didn't buy the goods immediately. Anyway, he was invincible in the internet cafe, and he didn't need to worry about his own safety. He has time, and when there are more members, his membership points will naturally increase. And regardless of whether Merlin and the others spend membership points, as long as they recharge, Chen will get 10% of the commission point, and with the upgrade of Super Dimension Internet Cafe, the commission will be increased in The future point, it can be said that, as long as a period of time, Yi Chen's membership points will become more and more, and the strength will become stronger and stronger, and Yi Chen has a vague feeling that there will be a new way for everyone to get membership points. However, at present, Yi Chen has to rely on these members to gain a large number of membership points, especially the wealthy Merlin and Kurama point. However, Merlin has no desires or desires. What attracts him most at present is the mystery of the superdimensional internet cafe, and nothing else. Point as the strongest tailed beast, Kurama has a terrifying amount of chakra, and there are too many things he wants to know, so Yi Chen can make a lot of money. Point as for the excessive loss of chakra, whether it will hurt the 9 speakers, there is no need to worry. Point in the world of Hokage, the Golden Horn and Silver Horn brothers once ate his source chakra in the stomach of Ninetales, but it had no effect on the strength of Ninetales. The tailed beast is originally a monster incarnated by chakra. Chakra is extremely amazing. As long as the source chakra is lost, it can be restored after a period of rest. Point therefore, Yi Chen's main goal now is Kurama, and he still has many secrets about the Hokage world, which is closely related to Kurama, because all events in the Hokage world are inseparable from the tailed beast from beginning to end, let alone Ninetales, because the protagonist of the Whirlpool Naruto is his Jinchuriki. It looks like I'll have a private chat with Kurama. Yi Chen grinned inwardly. Point at this time, shortly after receiving Yi Chen's explanation, an Avalon Indalian said, "Is that so? I understand. Thank the leader for the explanation." Merlin thought to himself, what a magical place. You can transfer the recharged treasure or energy to the store. Once the store is opened in the future, wouldn't it be possible to buy treasures from the heavens and the world? Point plus the store itself will refresh unique treasures they don't have. The value of this superdimensional internet cafe is unimaginable. Laozi is not you Laozi. Looks like I have to figure out a way to get some secrets together. In the future, membership points will be extremely important, and he must plan for a rainy day now. Point Dalian has Avalon. My magic reserve is enough. I don't need to think about it for the time being. Merlin Grandmaster has a lot of magic tricks, and he didn't use them to recharge them before. If he recharged them all, he thought he could pack the entire internet cafe for a year. Evil King True Eye, HMPH, you should increase your activity, otherwise the store will not be able to open. Seeing the rich and powerful look of the big guy, and seeing the weak, pitiful and helpless self, Liuhua felt a sour feeling in her heart. Kurama, hey, what is the real eye of the Evil King? You can't get membership points, that's what you said. I have to say, he really nailed it. It's really not cute. Zio-jiu. Zio-Liuhua hummed and smiled, and touched the dog's head. Zio-jiu, be good, don't talk. Kurama, don't call me Zio-jiu. Evil King Zen-Iron. Okay Zio-jiu, yes Zio-jiu, I understand Zio-jiu. Funny, Kurama, I said, don't call me Zio-jiu. Kurama was annoyed for a while, and Zio-Liuhua refused to let go. Point Merlin and Laozi are not Laozi, and they say a few words from time to time, and the discussion group is lively again. Point people from different worlds and different civilizations encounter everything, and the topic will never end. Yi Chen also inserted a few words from time to time, thinking, in this way, the activity of internet cafes will increase rapidly. After all, nothing can increase activity faster than chatting with water, but the fact is very coincidental. Just as Yi Chen was thinking about it, a cold mechanical sound rang out from the internet cafe. Ding. Internet cafe activity reaches 100. Reward all members. Welfare red envelope X1. Asterisk chapter 6 permission Wang. Sage mode. The Evil King's true eyes. There are red envelopes. Meng. Kurama, what is the welfare red envelope? Can I eat it? There is an Avalon Indalian. Welfare is for you. The red envelope is the mysterious country in the Far East. During the new year, a red envelope is given to the younger generation. Most of the envelopes contain money. Laozi is not you Laozi corrected. Envelope? It should be called an envelope. Evil King True Eye. Yes, it's the package. There is an Avalon Indalian. Cough. It makes no difference. Yi Chen. The difference is huge. Failed Copcon. Kurama. Haha. So you don't know everything. There is an Avalon Indalian. I have never been to the Far East, so there is nothing I can do. Embarrassment. Yi Chen. Okay everyone. Let's count 3 silently and then order together. Let's try our best. The evil king's true eyes. Okay, the leader of the team. 321. Point. Chen meditated 3 times and then clicked point, but in fact, this kind of click was still half a beat too slow because Merlin and the others were so powerful. Their calculation power and hand speed surpassed him and Liuhua, so he and Liuhua were the last to get the red envelope point, but Liuhua was the first to be surprised. Point evil king true eye. Hee. I got the chakra cultivation method, and I bring my own cultivation experience. Liuhua was overjoyed when she thought that she could practice cultivation. Point there is an Avalon in Dalian. Oh, I was not very lucky. I got a roll of ninjutsu. Konoharai's secret technique 1000 years of death. Expression, big embarrassment. Chen, PFFT. It's worthy to say, are you the magician of flowers? You have a soft spot for Jew. Merlin, fuck. Expression, angry, evil king true eye. 1000 years of death. It sounds cool. What does it have to do with flowers? Merlin rolled his eyes. 1000 years of death. Kill Pete. It sounds cool, but who would use it? Although the lethality is pretty good. Chen, hey, you are still young. You don't understand. Expression, funny, evil king true eye. HMPH. This seat is the successor of the evil king true eye that has the power to destroy the world, but it has sealed the power itself. Otherwise, there is nothing in this world that the eyes of this seat cannot pass. Chen, when the second disease broke out, it was as true as it was said. Laozi is not you Laozi, ahem. Forgive me for living a few hundred years, and I don't know what 1000 years of death is, because I didn't live 1000 years. There is an Avalon in Dalian. No, it's because your heart is too pure, not as dirty as the leader of the group. Old Merlin, you scum with charm resistance. -100. Are you embarrassed to call me dirty? Ding. Detected that a netizen, there is an Avalon in Dalian, provokes the authority of the ruler, whether to impose sanctions. Sanctions. First, ban. Cannot leave a message on the web page or discussion group. 2. The little black house. It is forbidden to log into the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, and you cannot see any information on the Internet Cafe. 3. Punishment. Insufficient authority. Not yet enabled. Very good. Chen's mouth slightly raised, and he clicked on sanctions system prompt. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Has been silenced by Master Chen. For 10 minutes, the evil king's true eyes. Wow. The authority boss. Can't afford to offend. Can't afford to offend. Laozi is not you Laozi. Can't be offended. Can't be offended. Kurama, no offense, no offense. System prompt. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Was lifted by Master Chen. Chen, do you think I'm still dirty? There is an Avalon in Dalian. I was careless and forgot that the leader of the group is a permission wang. Chen, it's still a small dark room for a month. Choose it yourself. There is an Avalon in Dalian. The morality of the master is unparalleled in the world, and the mighty virtue of the master is as holy and bright as the light of the bright moon. Chen, as expected of an old fox who has lived for many years, won't his face turn red when he praises me like this? Chen changed the subject. Okay, stop talking, old man. Kurama, what did you get for your red envelopes? Laozi is not you Laozi. Sage mode cultivation method. It seems useless. Chen, these days, do old people like to pretend? Sage mode is a precious art that is extremely difficult to obtain. The immortal art chakra, which is born by absorbing natural energy and chakra, can increase the strength of ninjutsu by 10 times or even dozens of times. However, in fact, Laozi is not you. Laozi is not pretending to be a force. It cultivates inner strength. Sage mode cultivates celestial art, chakra. It is not easy to integrate different systems at this time. The evil king Zen couldn't help but asked curiously. It seems that the old man got a very powerful red envelope. How about you, Xiaojiu? Kurama, damn it, I'm getting mad. When I say it, I actually got the Gowl seal, the goddamn Gowl seal. Chen, it seems that you have a fate with the Gowl seal, evil king Zen. It seems that you can't escape. There is an Avalon in Dalian. This is fate. Laozi is not you Laozi. Fate. It's really not that easy to change. Kurama, hey, you're talking like I'm being tricked. Chen, can you fight the Mangeki Sharingan? Kurama, no. Chen, can you break the Gowl seal? Kurama, no. Chen, then what can you do? Kurama suddenly shut himself off. Really heartbroken old man. Hey, here's your chance. Chen thought that it was only by letting Kurama realize his situation that he could make up his mind to change his fate. If he wanted to change his fate, he would have to recharge a lot and rely on the superdimensional internet cafe to have hope point. But at this time, Kurama suddenly asked, by the way, the leader, what is your red envelope? Of the 5 people in the group, Chen's red envelope was not announced. Chen sold out a little. It's not a big deal either. Everyone suddenly became more curious, and their hearts were itchy. Evil Kings and Iron. It seems that the red envelopes we get are related to Xiaojiu's world. There is an Avalon in Dalian, perhaps because of the first uploaded memory video about Kurama's world. Laozi is not you Laozi. Well, it's very possible. Then does it mean that the red envelopes that the leader of the group got are also related to the world of Hokage? What is it? There is an Avalon in Dalian, ninjutsu, ninja gear, chakra, tailed beast, immortal jutsu, Zuji boundary, nothing more than these. Chen, okay, stop guessing, I got a seed. PS. There are still 5 updates today. Ask for flowers and evaluations. For every 2000 flowers or 1000 evaluations, add one more update. Asterisk chapter 7 The Seeds of the Divine Tree. Perfect fusion. Seed. Could it be? Kurama thought of a possibility, and his pupils narrowed. Chen smiled. Yes, it's the seed of the chakra tree. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Master Chief, this is what you said. Isn't it something amazing? The team leader is such a force. He is really convinced. Laozi is not you Laozi. Perhaps for the leader of the group, it really doesn't matter. He didn't expect that the team leader was so low-key. Really low-key. Evil King True Eye. Hello, boss. Goodbye boss. Zioni Oliuhur is also shocked. After seeing Kurama in his past and present life, he knows that Kurama is only a part of the chakra tree, and the real tree is the root of the entire ninja world. Chen, it's no big deal. The divine tree wants to bear holy fruit quickly, at least 1,000 years. In an instant, the discussion group fell silent. 1,000 years might be nothing to Merlin, but to the rest of the internet cafe, it was an extremely long time. Kurama, that leader, can you talk privately? Chen, yes, he knew that when he said the seed of the god tree, Kurama would take the initiative to pinpoint the seed of the god tree has the same root as Kurama. If Kurama devours this seed, it may grow to the level of Tatsuki Kaguya, immortal and immortal. With the powerful chakra, he can resist all illusions and ninjutsu. Sure enough, in the private chat window, Kurama's first question was, Master Leader, I don't know how many membership points the seed of the god tree is worth. Chen said frankly, haha, it's not enough to sell you. Kurama, well, I knew it. In fact, he didn't have much hope. He was born in the divine tree, and it was normal that the value of the divine tree exceeded him. Chen, although the price is expensive, it doesn't exceed your ability. Kurama, how? Chen reminded, you are an endless treasure house. As long as you are alive, membership points will continue to flow, and you have no worries about lifespan. Kurama was stunned at first, then overjoyed. Yes, as long as he keeps selling his chakra origin, he will be weak for a while, but he can recover well. It's almost like selling blood. I have to say, Chen said something in his heart. At this time, Chen added, what's more, you can also recharge the sealing technique ghost seal that you got. Anyway, it is useless for you to use it. As long as you are in the super dimension internet cafe, everything is possible in the future. Kurama, yes, thank you, Captain. Kurama is very grateful to Chen. Without Chen, he would still be trapped in Jinkricky's body waiting to grow mold. Unlike now, there are a few netizens who can chat and spank. They don't care about his identity as a tailed beast, and they don't despise him, and there is still hope for the future. It's amazing here. Love it so much. In Kurama's heart, Chen is the best for him except for Sage of Six Paths. He swears that, as long as he stays in the Superdimensional Internet Cafe 24 hours a day, he will become the legendary Water King. After making up his mind, Kurama gritted his teeth and pressed the recharge button hard. Ding. Kurama recharged successfully. Get 9 tails chakra crystal x 10. Host gets membership points. 200. Current membership points. 350. Are so ruthless. If you sell 10 cage level chakras at once, even 9 tails will be weak for a while. Chen didn't expect Kurama to be so grateful to him, but he didn't cheat Kurama. It was completely voluntary. Chen did indeed give 9 horns help and reminders. After all, the Superdimension Internet Cafe is open to do business, and he will not cheat these members. Moreover, Chen really appreciates Giorgio's character of repaying gratitude and clear grievances in this world. Some people are not even better than tailed beasts, and, in order to live up to Kurama's trust, he made his recharge worthwhile. Chen decided to give him a video of the future memory of the 9 horns, which was the story of the 9 horns, after being sealed in the vortex Naruto's stomach, including the later Ninja World War. Ding. Master Chen sent you a video. Kurama was taken aback, but he didn't expect the team leader to know about his further future, so he clicked it bluntly. After I clicked on the video, I was addicted to it, because Naruto's story is a bit long, almost including the entire Hokage story, which can't be read in just a few days. And Chen didn't bother 9 speakers, closed the private chat window, and didn't return to the discussion group for water. Instead, he excitedly opened the time and space store. It has the power he wants in it. In this land of Shenzhou after the mutation of Tianyuan, everything is virtual, and power is real. I have 350 membership points now, and a copy of 9 tails chakra crystals only costs 200 points. For the rest, do you want to practice with light and dust? Chen looked at the store and thought deeply. 9 tails chakra crystals, with a cage level amount, roughly equivalent to Naruto in 3 tails form. Naruto in 3 tails state, as long as Grandmaster Ninjutsu, can deal with ordinary cage level powerhouses, no problem at all. In 4 tails state, he can knock out Orochimaru, who is in poor state, and almost kill Jiraiya. And why Chen chose 9 tails chakra crystals instead of Merlin's magic? Not because the destructive power of 9 tails chakra is more terrifying, but because 9 tails chakra has a strong self-healing ability. Even if he is seriously injured, he wakes up the next day, it can recover as soon as it comes. And in battle, even if the heart is pierced, it can heal at a speed visible to the naked eye. However, this self-healing ability is limited. The amount of chakra of 9 tails cannot exceed that of 3 tails. When it reaches 4 tails, the burden on the body will increase, and it will not be able to heal quickly. Unless Chen gets a stronger physique. Remember that practicing internal strength can strengthen your physique to some extent. Even if the internal strength and chakra cannot be perfectly integrated, with the self-healing ability of 9 tails chakra, I don't have to worry about conflicts or anything. Maybe it can be perfectly combined. After pondering, Chen made a decision. Ding. Consume 200 membership points to purchase 9 tails chakra crystals, because the master's privileges are perfectly integrated. Ding. Consume 100 membership points to successfully purchase the Taoist spiritual method with light and dust, and gain a complete cultivation experience. Ding. Because of the perfect fusion of chakra energy, chakra can be used instead of internal force to drive the mind. Perfect fusion, and this kind of benefit, feeling the surging power in his body like a wild beast, Chen clenched his fists excitedly. So strong. He felt that now he was enough to knock out 100 of his previous self with one punch. With such a powerful force, Chen was a little bit eager to move. Thinking of a place full of obsessions in his heart. Asterisk, if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 8, Natural Disaster Level Beasts. It's been a year. It's time to teach them a lesson. Chen recalled the days when he failed to enter school 2 years ago. At that time, he was lost for a while, but he quickly recovered. Because I can't go on the road of cultivation, I want to develop a business relying on the experience of one's previous life, plus the knowledge of games and animation in the previous life. It can be used to create a lot of wealth, and even rely on wealth to find a way to cultivate. The ideal is beautiful, but the reality is cruel. This is a world where the strong are respected. Chen spent a year and worked hard to create a complete business plan, but was robbed. That plan contained countless business plans from previous lives, including FGO, Hankei Third, On Myaji, LOL, Dungeons, and more. At that time, Chen planned to use his own internet cafe as a starting point to slowly promote the classic animations of the past life, and then extend it to all aspects, and then gradually expand his influence. And then apply to join the Pony's Business Empire Alliance, obtain the military protection of the other party, and finally create a lot of wealth. As one of the four kings, Xiaoma likes to do business and admires creative talents the most. Well, because he has no creativity of his own, and Chen needs a reputation like Xiaoma to support his plans, this is a feasible solution. As long as Chen can achieve results and do what he likes, he will definitely be appreciated by the pony. But this plan has only just begun to be implemented, and it was taken care of by a large consortium in Jiangnan City, where he is located. That big consortium, relying on the support of a high-level awakened in the family, forcibly sent people to the internet cafe to make trouble, smashed and injured the guests. Not only took away all the information in Chen's hard drive, but also caused Chen to make trouble. Chen is a huge loss. This is also the reason why the business of internet cafes was deserted, and it almost broke the possibility of Chen's comeback. And this kind of thing seems to be commonplace. The managers above all turn a blind eye, and there is no force to offend a family of high-level awakened people for a person who has no future. As long as no human life is caused, it is almost an unspoken rule of a big family in the upper class, and that family didn't kill Chen from the beginning to the end, and didn't take him seriously at all. Chen knew this very well. Half an hour ago, when the Superdimension Internet Cafe was bound to the Internet Cafe, Chen never doubted them. They were too arrogant. In their eyes, people without awakening talents are like ants and they are not worth mentioning. They do it. But ordinary people were bullied by them, and they acquiesced in their actions, and they didn't dare to resist or complain at all. It's just that they don't know that since then, Chen has written down this matter in his heart, and it is not too late for a gentleman to take revenge for 10 years, and now he is bound to a super-dimensional internet cafe, and he also has cage-level chakra and Taoist spiritual method. With light and dust, his strength is definitely stronger than that of high-level awakened people, and he is fully capable of avenging the original one. Before you go to take revenge, you have to test your strength and what level you are at. Chen's eyes were extremely cold. He searched the map of Jiangnan City on the main computer, and locked the place he was obsessed with the most. The industry created by the clansmen of the high-level awakened. The industry created by Chen's creativity. Whenever Chen sees their promotion, his heart itch with hatred. HMPH. Watch Laozi bombard you. After making up his mind, Chen put on a black duck hat and a mask, and prepared to go out. Wait, what if a new person logs in when you leave? Chen remembered this, and immediately turned back to the main computer, left a message in the discussion group, and asked Merlin's idle and panic-stricken old driver to take care of it. At the same time, put some classic songs in your mind. The mini-games Plants vs. Zombies and Dinosaur Fight, the History Book China 5000 Years, the Myth Bible, the Ancient Gold martial arts novels, and some Hollywood movies. Wait for the memory blueprint to be uploaded to the main page of the Super Dimension Internet Cafe. Because of the rush of time, Chen left few memory blueprints, but I believe it is enough. Internet access, not just chatting with water groups, but also playing games, watching movies, listening to songs, and reading novels. I believe that netizens who log into internet cafes will be deeply attracted after seeing so many novelties that they do not have in the world. After arranging everything, Chen went out, but not from the main entrance, but replaced by flashes of light and the brilliance outside the window, and teleported out. Old man, Did a light flash in front of us just now? The aunt in the canteen across from the internet cafe was horrified. Just now, she only felt a flash of light passing by. Her awe-inspiring aura made her terrified. Point after all, she is also a mid-level awakener, and the mere aura gave her goosebumps. What kind of monster is that? A white-haired old man in a tank suit in the store, lying lazily on the seat, shook his fan and said, "A ray of light. No, I really want to see a figure, people. With the speed and momentum, high-level awakened people can't do it, right?" Aunt said in surprise, "Who knows, it has nothing to do with us anyway." The white-haired old man said lightly, but his eyes narrowed slightly when he looked at the internet cafe. It seems that the light and shadow came out of the internet cafe. Is it related to Chen? When I passed by just now, the old man across from me seemed to have a deep look at me. Chen shuttled through the street like light and shadow. No one could notice, but he remembered the old man just now. The other party seems to have noticed a clue, which is really an expected point. What he performed just now was the Taoist supreme mind method, with the light and dust, harmony with light and dust, the bright moon universe in the Qin dynasty, the supreme mind of Taoist Xian Zhang, as the name suggests. With its light and its dust, comprehend the unity of heaven and man, so as to clinch and reconnect with nature in the end, changing shape and shadow. After the completion of this mental method, it is super pretentious. Walking is the same as flashing, and flashing, and there is no CD, and its real function is not just pretending, but it has magical means like shrinking the ground into an inch. After all, the world of Mingyu and Qin dynasty is a fantasy martial arts world, a martial arts world with a fantasy color. It is no different from the legend of the double dragons of the Tang dynasty. How can the Taoist supreme mind method in it be worse than the four great magical powers? However, although a clue was detected, Chen prepared well, and no one could see through his identity, and would not affect his plans an hour later. Because of bypassing the city surveillance equipment, Chen was very fast, but it took several times as much effort to reach his destination, the suburbs of Jiangnan City. This suburb, with beautiful mountains and rivers, lush grass, and ethereal vitality, is like a fairyland on earth. There are countless military fortresses built on the periphery of the suburb, and there are many guns. Although it has entered the era of high martial arts, guns are still useful to ordinary people and low-level monsters, and powerful monsters can only be dealt with by human powerhouses, especially natural disaster level monsters, which can destroy a country alone. There are currently 5 stages of Warcraft announced in the world: low level, middle level, high level, disaster level, and natural disaster level. As for the human race awakened, it is also divided into low level, intermediate level, high level general star, and king. Awakened people who will be star rated. If they enlist in the army, they can directly serve as rear admiral in the army, and the king level awakened. In this world, there are only the 4 kings who rule the world. I don't know if Ninetales can be considered a natural disaster level beast. A tailed beast cannon is enough to destroy a small city, and it's only a matter of time before it destroys a country. In the future, there may be a chance for Ninetales to fight those natural disaster level monsters. But now, having said that, Chen grinned, looking at a towering technology building in the suburbs. His eyes were cold and said, "Let's first look at the power of the tip of the Ninetales iceberg." Chapter 9. Tailed Beast Bomb. Terrified Awakeners. Nanshan Building, with a height of 1 kilometer, is located in the center of the suburbs of Jiangnan City. It has a high-tech plaza with a radius of 10 kilometers. The owner of this technology entertainment city is the 3rd young master of the Wang family, and his eldest uncle is one of the few advanced awakeners in Jiangnan City. "Master, your 2-dimensional plan is too perfect. This month, our science and technology city's income has increased by 30%, and the Penguin Empire also praised our cooperation plan. Someone will come to you soon." Well done. On the top floor of the building, you can see all the mountains and small mountains. Wang Sanshao is holding a red wine glass, looking at the crowded science and technology plaza below, listening to the butler's report, and the corners of his mouth are full of pride. Point at the beginning, it was the plan he obtained from the business wizard by means of means, and then improved it with his own financial resources and promoted it, and it paid off in just 1 year, because the earth of this world started the Tianyuan Mutation in 2000. In the following 18 years, human beings mainly followed the magic route instead of the technological route, and the development of hidden commercial games, two-dimensional entertainment, etc. was slow. Therefore, Chen has 18 years of advanced knowledge, and is indeed a business wizard. It's ridiculous that, no matter how talented you are, but you have no power, you can only make wedding clothes for others. After all, Wang Sanshao sneered. What the young master said is that as long as our Wang family climbs to the thigh of the Penguin Empire, and the young master's talent is outstanding, we will become intermediate level awakeners at a young age. In the future, our Wang family will have a place in the top family in China. The middle-aged butler's face said slightly with excitement. Wang Sanshao smiled lightly, very indifferent, but the longing in his eyes betrayed his mood. At this moment, he had fantasized about the rise of the Wang family and became a beautiful blueprint for one of the few aristocratic families in China. Hey, young master, look, there are 9 red beams of light. Suddenly, the middle-aged butler discovered through the top floor that in the mountains and forests dozens of miles away, a crimson chakra appeared, breaking through the sky with shocking power. This energy level will star awakeners. Wang Sanshao broke out in a cold sweat. When did Jiangnan City gain such a master? Could it be that I just broke through? I still can't control my breath. After a pause, Wang Sanshao said calmly, don't worry, as long as we don't provoke him, master. That crimson energy turned into a light jade, as if it was constantly magnifying. The middle-aged butler said in a cold sweat, zoom in. No, it's for us. Quick, sound the alarm. Wang Sanshao looked at the energy ball of light that kept getting bigger and bigger. His pupils shrank. He suddenly became alert and hurriedly shouted, ding ling ling ling. The middle-aged butler responded quickly and sounded the alarm. The technology plaza barrier was opened, covering the entire square, and the building was protected by a double barrier. At the same time, there was a 3-meter thick superalloy defensive wall inside the building. The whole building can be described as impregnable, even if the top of Mount Te can withstand it. Wang Sanshao doesn't think that a star-awakened person can break the defense here. However, boom. In a single encounter, the energy barrier of the Science and Technology Plaza was crushed by the crimson energy light ball and hit the double barrier of the building with almost no pause. Boom. With one sound and 3 shocks, the double enchantment and the 3-meter thick superalloy defensive wall were all smashed and penetrated directly. The place where the third young master of the Wang family and the middle-aged butler used to stand is no longer scum. They never dreamed that they would die. And he didn't die so suddenly. 1 second he was thinking about his bright future in high spirits, and the next second he got his lunch. This my tail beast bomb. Outside the suburbs, Chen was also shocked by his own blow. A building with a height of 1,000 meters and a floor with a length and width of tens of meters were separated by dozens of miles. He was pierced by him. Not to mention, the other party also opened a defensive barrier. Remember the tailed beast bomb in the form of 4 tails? It's just this level. Is it because of with light and dust? Chen had some guesses in his heart. The light and dust he practiced was very delicate in manipulating his own energy. And the tailed beast has power but no skills, and the use of its own chakra is a mess. When Chen used tailed beast bomb just now, he compressed his energy to ultimate, and when he exploded, he paid more attention to lethality rather than explosion range. Of course, the damage was 1 level higher. Forget it. Go back and think about it. It is not suitable to stay here for a long time. There is still an awakened guild in Jiangnan City. Chen didn't want to expose himself, so he immediately walked through the mountains and forests, away from the suburbs. Not long after Chen left, 2 graceful figures appeared where he was standing. What a terrifying aftermath of energy. Sure, do you know who the person who just left was? A red-clothed Oni-san in hot clothes asked the graceful and elegant girl in a white shirt beside him. Also an awakened Oni-san in red has seen the real gap today, the destructive power just now. I'm afraid that the awakened star of the star does not have such skills. It doesn't make sense. Wang Sanshio didn't die at this time, and the Wang family's annihilation will be a year from now, the elegant girl in white shirt murmured. What, a year later? Red-clothed Oni-san asked suspiciously. No, I don't think it's unusual for such a powerful awakener to suddenly appear, and his attributes are too strange, one positive and one evil. And there is no information about this person in my intelligence. Beishan, the girl said shyly, and what she said is also true. Her background is very special, and she can know things that ordinary people don't know. At the same time, the chakra of 9 tails distributed by Yi Chen is very evil, but the Taoist mentality is naturally peaceful, and the residual breath of the combination of the two seems to be both good and evil. Yeah, this kind of opposite power is perfectly controlled by that mysterious person. It's really terrifying. Red-clothed Oni-san nodded and said with lingering fears, forget it, leave it to the Awakened Guild. We just need to do the task given by the Empress. The girl in the white shirt said solemnly. After saying that, the two women turned into two rainbow lights and disappeared before the Awakened Guild arrived. A few minutes after the two women disappeared, the special team sent by the Awakened Guild arrived at the scene. Looking at the terrifying aura of energy remaining in the burning jungle, and the scene where no grass could grow in a radius of 1 kilometer, everyone was horrified. Chilled bones. Captain, what should we do? A team member asked in a panic. Hey, the matter here is not something we can handle anymore. Let's report it to the headquarters. The middle-aged captain headed, took a deep breath, and exhaled. Let's go. Leave a few people to block the scene. It's not allowed. Anyone approaching. Chapter 10 Young Taming. 4 cute newbies. Cool. In the streets, Yi Chen's body flashed like a streamer. The wind blows under your feet. Very freehand. After all, a bad breath came out of my heart. Moreover, even if a family like the Wang family is oppressing the people, even if it is completely destroyed, it will also eliminate the harm for the people. But this time Yi Chen's revenge is just the beginning, because the high-level awakened person of the Wang family is not there. As long as the awakened person does not die, the Wang family will not fall. But Yi Chen didn't want to disturb the Awakened Guild, so he didn't immediately destroy the Awakened. Anyway, there are opportunities. The most important thing now is to improve your own strength. When you are on the same page as the Four Kings, who else in the world will dare to stop you? Along the way, Yi Chen traveled the same way as Guang. During the process, he changed a few routes. After making sure that no one was following, he walked back to the internet cafe from the street. But just as he was about to enter the door, the phone ding. There was a loud noise. Penguin SMS? Yi Chen took out a cell phone and smiled gently. Brother Chen, I heard that there was an accident in the Nanshan building. Don't go there recently. Note, little silly girl, it's that Ryumu girl. In Yi Chen's mind, a quirky girl with a fairy temperament and a lolly figure, Yi Lingmeng, appeared in Yi Chen's mind. Yi Lingmeng is the little girl next door in the courtyard where he lived when he was a child. That is, childhood sweethearts and young taming, 1 year younger than him. After graduating from high school, Yi Chen left the imperial capital and came back to Jiangnan City to inherit the internet cafe. I have taken the entrance exam to God Capital College. Originally, she was not from the same world as Yi Chen, but she has always been persistent towards Yi Chen. Mainly when he was a child, Yi Chen unknowingly agreed to a special agreement with her 2 generations of people. Yi Chen is really not controlled by Lali. It can only be said that it is a coincidence. Since then, the adults around have joked that the two are like a young couple. Yi Chen also said helplessly, well, how do you respond to her? After thinking for a while, Yi Chen took the phone and typed, I see. I won't go there again. Don't worry, I'll invite you to dinner another day to celebrate your honor in the higher academy. Okay, I'll wait for you. Your words count. Ryumeng replied with a smile. Definitely, it doesn't count when I speak. Yi Chen said, that's good. The hook will remain unchanged for 10,000 years. Ryumu cheered. Okay. Yi Chen was speechless for a while. He's such a big man, still pulling the hook. Child point shaking his head. Chen walked into the internet cafe point of course. The door opened and walked in point. Dust with light can change shape, but cannot pass through places without light point. After returning to the internet cafe counter, Chen asked in the discussion group, Merlin old thief, are you okay? There is an Avalon in Dalian, master. You are finally back. There are a few people here, but the other party doesn't believe my words. Chen was stunned. Oh. Are you here for Mengxin? Looking at the virtual internet cafe, I found that there are really 4 more phantoms. Chen. That's right. There are 4 cute newcomers all of a sudden. Why don't you speak? The evil king's true eyes. Lord Team Leader. They don't believe what Archmage Merlin said and question the authenticity of the Superdimension Internet Cafe. Merlin's identity was completely exposed when he explained to Mengxin just now. It's just that the Mengxins didn't quite accept this place, and another Mengxin joked. You said you were Merlin, so do you know King Arthur? Merlin doesn't know who King Arthur is, and he hasn't met the Artoria who is where my king's sword points, and where our hearts go. Naturally, you can't convince the other party. That's it. Chen immediately understood point. It's just that when he checked what the 4 cute newcomers were doing on the internet cafe computer, he found that 3 people were watching the video. Those were all videos uploaded by Chen before he left. Since it has nothing to do with the fate of netizens, there is no set fee. Looking at a video I've never seen before, with relish for a while, but still questioning the existence of superdimensional internet cafes? Chen pouted and said in his heart, it's time to use the power of my authority. Ding. System prompt. The network connection was interrupted in an instant. The virtual computers of the internet cafes were disconnected from the internet, and the 3 cute newcomers who were addicted to the rich videos of the internet world came back to their senses and had to enter the discussion group. The strongest dad. Kira la la la. Has the owner here come back? This is really an interesting place. What kind of fruit is this? Spiritual fruit or fantasy fruit? I have to say, your imagination is very rich. Goddess of Doom, are you the master of this place? Why does my consciousness appear in such a place? Where is this place? Where am I? Who am I? Did you kidnap me? God, HMPH, mortal, you are the one who invaded my heart. Have you prepared the consciousness of being judged by God, the first genius of the universe? But, is there a black hand behind the scenes? Even my Jarvis can't lock you. You are very good, although I don't know who you are, or what your purpose is, but feel honored. Your actions successfully caught my attention. Chen. Quiet. You have a lot of questions. After a pause, Chen turned on the ban on all members. In an instant, the world is clean point at the same time. Chen looked at the 4 newly arrived phantoms and confirmed their identities one by one in his heart point. The strongest dad should be Whitebird. It's so easy to recognize. He's like a little giant, and his phantom is very burly point. The goddess of doom is a bit unbearable, but she seems to have lost her memory. If Chen guessed correctly, she should be Alice. Godheartnet. Arrogant. Could it be Enel? If so, he was lucky enough to log into the Superdimension Internet Cafe with Whitebird point. As for the last cosmic first genius, my actions sparked his idea. What have I done? Chen couldn't help but complain. Do you think you are the overbearing president? Tony Shidake. Asterisk chapter 11. If you don't listen to Chen's words, you will suffer in front of you. Tony Stewart. Seeing Chen's address to him, Tony Stark was immediately embarrassed. What's the pronunciation? Don't translate it if you don't understand English point. But then again, chatting in a superdimensional internet cafe, it seems that whatever language you enter will become Chinese, and everyone can understand it unexpectedly. Because of the spiritual world, it has merit. Tony gave a rare compliment, but unfortunately he wanted to speak, but couldn't because he was banned point. The discussion group was also silent for a while. No one answered. Oh, forgot to turn off the mute. After a pause, Chen turned off the silence of all members. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I can finally speak. Since I entered the superdimensional internet cafe, I found that I couldn't chat and fart, which was really uncomfortable point. True eyes of the evil king. Master Merlin, you are addicted to the internet. The strongest dad. What is internet addiction? Goddess of doom. You don't even know about internet addiction. Or is this really an internet cafe? The evil king's eyes. Hey, don't you have amnesia? Do you still remember internet addiction? Goddess of Doom, amnesia doesn't mean becoming an idiot. I still have basic common sense, but I don't remember who I am. Chen, this is intermittent amnesia, the first genius of the universe. Okay, the mastermind behind the scenes. Don't use these words to play this kind of trick. There is no internet cafe that connects time and space, but the overbearing president you said is a good title. Laozi likes it. Laozi is not you Laozi. Sorry, I don't like it. Please don't speak on my behalf easily. Evil King Zenion. 666. The old man has appeared, and he has learned to play tricks. Really slipping. There is an Avalon Indalion. The old man is not a retreat. Has he gone to study sage mode? Laozi is not you Laozi. With my cultivation, Ishin's dual use is not a problem. In fact, he didn't know why, but he felt uncomfortable after not surfing the internet for an hour after all. In his era, let alone the internet, there were no opera singers. The online world is amazing. Point Evil King Zenion. Old man, don't explain it. It's not ashamed to be a few 100-year-old internet addict. Expression grinning. Laozi is not you Laozi's old blush. There is an Avalon Indalion. Hahaha, a few 100-year-old internet addict? Interesting. Laozi is not you Laozi. Compared to you, I'm really a teenager, a tens of thousands of years old internet addiction master, the strongest dad. Kula la la. It's really interesting to listen to you, although the old man doesn't understand it very well. Got HMPH, a group of neurotics, kind of leave my heart and fight me in an upright battle. The evil king's true eyes. Mengson is so arrogant. Yet he still claims to be a god. This is not taking my evil king's true eyes into his eyes. Master Merlin, fuck him. There is an Avalon Indalion. I don't know if the other party is a man or a woman. What do you call me? Hey, no, why do you call me Jichi, the evil king's true eyes? Because in the legend, you are a big pig's trotter, Merida pig's trotter, who was charmed by the demon girl in the lake. There is an Avalon Indalion. Am I so bad in myths and legends? This is a slander, a blatant slander. Chen, oops, no, it's just stating the facts. There is an Avalon Indalion. Have pity on my famous name, Merlin. I swear, if I'm the charm of the witch in Zanhu in the future, I will change my name myself. Merida pig trotter. Chen, hey, everyone has seen the flag he set up, but you have to remember it. The evil king's true eyes. I see him, and there is absolutely no way to escape the law of true fragrance. Laozi is not you Laozi. Agree. Chen, +1, the first genius of the universe. Hey, that's enough. Lord Master, if your superdimensional internet cafe is real, please show the proof. I don't believe a word of your words. Of course, if you want to use this kind of spiritual means to hold me hostage, you win. Let's make an offer. If you want to come to work in my group, you can. Your talent has barely been recognized by me. Chen, Tony, you are really narcissistic. The first genius of the universe. Narcissism? No. I just have full self-knowledge. Chen, in terms of the thickness of your face, I would like to call you the strongest. Evil King True Eye. In terms of the thickness of your face, I would like to call you the strongest. Laozi is not you Laozi. In terms of the thickness of your face, I would like to call you the strongest. There is an Avalon Indalion. In terms of the thickness of your face, I would like to call you the strongest dad. In terms of the thickness of your face, I would like to call you the strongest. Goddess of Doom, the strongest dad above. Do you understand the above story? The strongest dad? I don't know. But I saw everyone saying this, so I followed. Goddess of Doom, Evil King True Eye. Haha, dad's body fully shows the essence of human beings. The strongest dad, the essence of human beings. Evil King True Eye. It's a repeater. The strongest dad. Replay machine. Interesting. Cool la la. Well, there are no repeaters in Whitebeard's world. But there are still repeating phone bugs, and these words are quite meaningful. Don't human beings repeat the same words and make the same mistakes? Got replay machine. HMPH. Mortals are stupid. The first genius of the universe. Hey, why do you always take my topic off the ground? Chen. Okay, Everyone, give me a face. Don't speak for the time being. I'm here to give evidence to the big comrade. Got, why should I give you face? The system prompts. Got, has been silenced by the ruler Yi Chen for 24 hours. There is an Avalon in Dalian. 666. As expected of authority, the system prompts. There is an Avalon in Dalian, and Yi Chen, the master, has been silenced for 10 minutes. Merlin, I'm not finished yet. Sure enough, the authority one can't afford to mess with it. The first genius of the universe, HMPH, self-directed and self-acted tricks, and don't call me a big shit. Tony doesn't believe all the information in the Superdimension Internet Cafe. Absolutely doesn't believe it, just doesn't believe it. Tony Stark, has not developed a network connecting different dimensions. How could someone create such a supreme black technology? He doesn't think anyone is more talented than himself. Yi Chen, really? Then watch this video first. System prompt. Master Yi Chen uploaded the famous memory video clip of Iron Man 1. Duration, 5 minutes. Value member points. 0. Since there are only a few minutes of video in the opening, there is no charge point. This is Yi Chen's way of doing business. The exciting part in the front is free. When you are itching to watch it, you will post a paid video. If you charge directly, no one may want to spend membership points, and this creates more value. Well, although this is a routine that major video sites like to play badly. The first genius of the universe, HMPH, what tricks are you playing? However, when Tony saw a character as handsome as himself in the video, and the incident with the reporter was alright, he was angry. The first genius of the universe, this is a sneak shot. It violates my personal privacy. Yi Chen, then keep watching. Tony paused, calmed down, and continued watching the video. The first genius of the universe, hey, isn't this my trip today, to test new weapons in the Middle East desert? Fake. I was attacked by militants over there? Yi Chen, so you've already arrived there? Then I advise you to get out of the car and run. The first genius of the universe, no, it's not true. I don't believe it. Yi Chen, good luck. Then, the network connection between Tony and the Superdimension Internet Cafe was cut off. When it comes to this, Tony still doesn't believe him. That would make him suffer a loss. Zhang Chang's memory. Marvel Universe, Earth. Tony patted his face in a military armored car. Paused. The mental connection is disconnected. Damn it, I don't believe it. It's brainwaves that interfere with the spirit through the network on the car, and then memory implant. Yes, it must be so. Tony made up his mind, and forced a scientific explanation. But the next second he regretted it. Boom. A sniper cannon slammed into an armored vehicle in front, blowing up the entire armored vehicle. Tony looked at the scene in front of him with a pale face, and found that it was almost the same as the memory video, and suddenly panicked. Master Team Leader, help, help. Asterisk Chapter 12 New Function, Time, and Space Camera. Master Leader, help, help, help. Tony roared at the sky, but unfortunately no one responded. After all, Tony's network connection was disconnected, and Yi Chen didn't know what happened. As a result, there is naturally no suspense. The entire army that escorted him was wiped out, and he was seriously injured. He was stunned to the ground by the cannonball. Before he fainted, he still muttered, Team leader. Her militants who attacked Tony looked at Tony like that, and all of them were dumbfounded. They thought Tony was frightened. If it wasn't for Tony's usefulness, they all wanted to kill him. However, in the end, the leader of the militants chose to detain him and drain his last value. At this moment, the Superdimension Internet Cafe discussion group. The Evil King's true eyes. The leader of the group, the one with the big shit, shouldn't it be cold? Yi Chen, who knows, it shouldn't die. There is an Avalon in Dalian. A cool song is given to him. Goddess of Doom, it's not good for you to fall into trouble like this. Evil King True Eye, who told him not to listen to the team leader? Lazy is not you lazy, as the saying goes. If you don't listen to good people, you will suffer in front of you. The strongest dad. Cool la la la. Speaking of which, I kind of believe that you are humans from the other world. Before Yi Chen came back to the internet cafe, Whitebird watched a lot of videos on the internet cafe's homepage, and listened to a lot of songs. That's not something that One Piece world can have. And after talking to the crowd, He felt more credible. Point. Because everyone in the discussion group speaks with emotion, and even he can feel their emotions from the text. Point. Perhaps this is also the magic of this superdimensional internet cafe. Point. Goddess of Doom. Actually, I want to verify whether the superdimensional internet cafe can really connect to the infinite dimension. It's very simple. The strongest dad. Oh. How to say, Goddess of Doom, there is a red envelope option below the discussion group. Send a red envelope. If everyone can get it in their own world, or the items they sent disappear, isn't it true? Chen. Great idea, seeing is believing, hearing is false, and this is an excellent method. Point. Evil King Iron. This idea is great. Mengxin will log in the future. If you don't believe it, let them send red envelopes. There is an Avalon Indalion. You are thinking about Mengxin's red envelopes. Evil King Iron. You go. Many Dapigs Trotter. There is an Avalon Indalion. Can you not call me Big Pig Trotter? My character is a handsome and gentle big brother. You can call me Alnisource. Chen. I don't know why, but I suddenly got goosebumps. Evil King True Eye. +1 Goddess of Doom. A little nauseated. There is an Avalon Indalion. Are you bullying me with a good heart and a good temper? The strongest dad. Everyone. The red envelope is here. System prompt. The strongest dad has sent a red envelope. Everyone come and grab it. Open the red envelope. In an instant. Chen. Liuha, Merlin, Alice and others all quickly clicked on the red envelope. Point. Doom Goddess. I got a big diamond. Evil King True Eye. I got a stone called Seaston. Chen. Alas. Opened a box of gold coins. Evil King Iron. Wow. Local tyrant. She has never seen gold coins since she was a child, let alone a box of gold coins. Chen. I've never touched money. I'm not interested in money. Goddess of Doom. Why do I smell a faint smell of pretending? Chen. You smell wrong. I really don't need money now. With his current ability, if he wants to make money, 10 billion is just a small goal. Doomsday Goddess. I don't need money. I feel like I'm getting better. There is an Avalon Indalion. Haha. I got an exquisite sword. Although it is not as good as a treasure, it is not bad to use it as a toy. It happens that I'm good at swordsmanship, and I just brushed a few. The strongest dad. Toy. That's a famous knife. That is not inferior to Liankuideo 24 workers. Evil King Iron. No. That's not the point. Merlin Big Trotter. Aren't you a mage? How can you know swordsmanship? Merlin. Sorry, the mage is just my hobby. I'm actually a swordsman. The Evil Kings realize. Real or fake? Expression. Questioning. Chen. It's true. Merlin is the leader of King Arthur. In his world, Arthur's swordsmanship is also instructed by him. Do you think the swordsmanship of the King of Knights teacher will be poor? Evil King True Eye. HMPH. It's really unexpected. Merlin. Hey, you know how good I am. Expression. Smug. Goddess of Doom. I don't know why. I feel like I want to beat someone. Evil King True Eye. +1 Laozi is not you Laozi. +2. The strongest dad. Kula la la. Juggernaut. I don't know which of you is more powerful than that kid with Hawkeye. Chen. Master Whitebird. Although Hawkeye is the best swordsman in your world, their strength is not as good as Merlin's. Even you, Master, may not be Merlin's opponent. Although Whitebird claims to have the power to destroy the world, he is still the flesh and blood of mortals, and Merlin, as the crown magician, don't look at him as an assistant in the FGO mobile game. He has to be serious. He can burst out the power of the devil. Point. The strongest dad. Oh, yes. Then I really want to compete with him. As the strongest man in the world, he is not afraid of all challenges. Even Kado, who is known as the strongest creature and one-on-one has an undead body, he is not afraid at all. At least he is the strongest in combat power. Kado's power mainly lies in his pervert physique, and in the world of One Piece, he has reached the peak of his strength, and he actually longs for a stronger opponent. Point. There is an Avalon Indalion. Actually, I don't like to use force, but if I can go to your world, I can learn from each other. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to travel to your world. Goddess of Doom, do you travel through the world? Actually, I'm curious about what a third world is like. Tony Stark's world is very similar to mine, and the level of technology is similar. Laozi is not you Laozi. Your world at least still has technology, and my world only has mohist mechanics. Evil King True Eye. Otherworld. I also want to see the difference between Otherworld and Demon World. There is an Avalon in Dalian, that leader. You see that everyone is so looking forward to Otherworld. So you have nothing to say. This Chen just wanted to say that there was nothing he could do, but a familiar mechanical sound rang out in his ears. Ding. Activity reaches 500. Unlock a new feature. Time and space camera. Space-time camera. The camera connected to the time-space of netizens can record all the pictures of the world and can also conduct live broadcasts in all aspects without dead ends. It's really timely to unlock this new feature. Yi Chen's mouth was slightly raised, and he also wanted to see the difference in Other Worlds Chapter 13 Side Effects of Shock Fruit. Everyone, it's not enough to travel through another world for the time being, but if you want to appreciate the scenery of Otherworld, it's very simple, as long as you turn on the time-space camera of the internet cafe. Yi Chen announced on the discussion group point the strongest dad, time and space camera. How does this work? Looking at the camera next to the virtual screen, Whitebeard's face was dumbfounded. It was a really high-tech thing, and he wasn't very good at using it. Point the evil king's true eyes. Old man, look at the private chat window, and I will teach you, the strongest dad. Oh, okay, thank you, your excellency evil king. Liuhua was stunned for a while. Does the strongest old man really regard him as the successor of evil king True Eye? Is she acting too similar, or is the old man too honest? Laozi is not you Laozi. Camera. Who will teach me this 100-year-old old man? Goddess of Doom, I'll teach you, old man. Laozi is not you Laozi. Thank you so much. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Wow. Old boy, when did you learn to sell miserably? Laozi is not you Laozi. You are older than me, and you can sell miserably, but I don't know if anyone cares about you. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I'd better support myself. I have to say that the old man's learning ability is really strong. Who would have thought that he is an old antique from the Sengoku period? After Yi Chen purchased with light and dust the supreme heart method of Taoist Xianzang, he knew that Laozi is not you Laozi was born in the Mingyu world of Kinshi, combined with him to live for hundreds of years without breaking the void. You can guess his true identity. Point yes, Laozi is not you Laozi's real identity is Laozi. If they say it, it is estimated that Merlin, Liuha, Tony, and Alice will be shocked. After all, Laozi's identity is too famous in history books. Laozi's status in Taoism is equivalent to the foreigner's Jesus. Anyone who has read the history books knows that. Point the strongest dad. Kula la la. I finally understand. It turns out to be similar to the surveillance phone bug. Laozi is not you Laozi. I understand too. It's a bit similar to the Yuanjing secret art I created. Yi Chen, since you all know how to use it, that's fine. Who will be the first to broadcast their own world? Evil King True Eye. My world doesn't need it anymore. It's too cruel. Xiaoni Aoyaliuhua doesn't want others to know her true identity. She is just an ordinary girl. Although Merlin and Laozi have some guesses, but Kurama, the strongest dad, the goddess of doom, and that big shit don't know. Point as for those who were diving, and those who were banned, they were directly ignored by Liuhua. Point goddess of doom. My world is similar to Tony's. Everyone has seen the video, and there is nothing to live a stream. Laozi is not you Laozi. My world is ordinary. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Why did you all become humble when you came to the door? Merlin's world is very exciting. He originally wanted to compete for the first live broadcast, but now all of them have retreated, and he is a little uneasy. Point. If my own world can't bring surprises to netizens, will it be ridiculed? Well, most of the people above have such a mentality, and are not confident. Point. In fact, it's not that their world is not good. Each world has its own characteristics. It's just that people have mentality. What others have, and what they don't have, is the best. Point. Liuhua envy martial arts and ninjutsu, Laozi envy technology, and Alice envy supernatural abilities, so I feel unconfident. Point. Under the circumstances of everyone's push, Whitebeard was the first to stand up. Cola la la, why don't you take a look at my world first? He has no psychological burden, and there is nothing to hide about introducing his world to his friends. Point. Mattering. System prompt. The strongest dad starts the live broadcast of internet cafes. The moment Whitebird turned on the space-time camera, a picture of floating on the sea caught everyone's eyes, and even their bodies could sense the waves on the sea, as if they were on Whitebird's boat. Goddess of Doom. This time space camera is so amazing. The pictures you see are like being in it. Evil King True Eye. Well, it's so. There is an Avalon Indalion. By the way, Whitebird is so huge. Is he a giant family? Chen. No need to make a fuss. Mr. Whitebird is not a giant. It's just a side effect of shock fruit, which makes people bigger. And there are giants in the old man's world, but they are bigger. The side effects of shock fruit are not the author's nonsense. Originally, Whitebird's body was only one head taller than Roger, but it became significantly larger. In the One Piece comics, Blackbird, who got shock fruit, swelled in size 2 years later, becoming more and more comfortable as big as Whitebird. There is an Avalon Indalion. It's not a side effect to get bigger, Merlin thought to himself, as his body became bigger. Didn't he become a canon somewhere? Chen. Well, according to your old dirty turtle's thoughts, it's really not a side effect. There is an Avalon Indalion. What do I think? You know, Chen laughed without saying a word, joking. Laozi is also a man. Can't you think of this? Laozi is not you Laozi, but it's strange. Isn't that a pirate's flag on that ship? Whitebird landed on a pirate's ship? Chen. Haha, you guessed it wrong. The world where the old man lives is a magnificent era of pirates. In that world, pirates are like crucian carp crossing the river. There are good and bad, and the old man Whitebird is the most talkative. The moral one is also one of the emperors on the sea, known to the world as the Four Emperors, the strongest men in the world, with the power to destroy the world. The strongest dad, Kulala, as expected of the leader of the group. He knows me and my world like the back of the hand. The evil king's true eyes. The strongest man in the world. The old man is awesome. Goddess of Doom. 4 emperors. Good hacky title. Laozi is not you Laozi. That's what it is. It's amazing. There is an Avalon Indalion. The power to destroy the world. Does his world have no restraint? Will the restraint make him destroy the world? Chen. Do you think that inhibition is Chinese cabbage, and it can be found in any world? There is an Avalon Indalion. This is the first time I know that inhibition is a rare species. Chen. That's because your knowledge is short. There is an Avalon Indalion. Why is it always me who gets scolded? Evil King True Eye. You deserve it. Goddess of Doom. Can that show me the power of my father? Hearing this, Liuha, Merlin, Laozi and others also turned their attention from the discussion group to the live broadcast. Screen point the strongest dad. Kilala. Of course, everyone is optimistic. My fruit is called shock fruit. And the ability is to cause shock. Smile. Whitebird is standing on the bow. A blow to the oncoming waves. Click. I saw that the air was torn apart like broken glass. The world seemed to be shattered, and the shock wave erupted all around, shattering and dividing the entire sea surface, forming a huge tsunami with great power. It can almost engulf a large island. The goddess of doom sucked in a breath in shock. Hey, is this the power of Father Whitebird? It's hard to imagine how strong the young Whitebird must be. Whitebird is an old man in his 70s with medicine bottles hanging all over his body. He is obviously seriously ill. Laozi is not you Laozi. I'm afraid it's not his full power yet. There was an Avalon Indalion who nodded. The power is very strong. Almost equal to the anti-city noble phantasm of the heroic spirit. The strongest man in the world. Evil King True Eye. Let's be so. The second after saying this, Liuhua sat slumped on the seat and patted her little chest hard. It was terrible. Such a terrifying scene almost scared her to pee on the spot. Fortunately, my father and her are not in the same world otherwise, she suspects that Whitebird will be shaken by her, and the entire island nation will suffer. Chen's mood is not very calm at the moment. He knows that Whitebird is very strong, but after seeing it with his own eyes, he finds that his strength is still beyond his imagination. No wonder Blackbird was obsessed with shock fruit, after getting dark fruit, and even devoured shock fruit at the risk of exploding his body. Blackbird himself said he didn't know in advance whether he would succeed. Blackbird was a crazy gambler, but also a successful gambler. Shock fruit, although powerful, it's not the ability I want. Chen thought to himself, He prefers sparkling fruit thunder fruit to shock fruit, but unfortunately thunder fruit is on Enel, unless Enel is sold. It is not easy to kill him. The rest of the devil fruit. There are many varieties, and maybe even stronger ones. There are too many devil fruits in the One Piece world. Maybe you can ask Whitebird to help you find them. Thinking of this, Chen raised his mouth slightly and uploaded a short video in the discussion group. I believe Whitebird will be very interested. Chapter 14 Summit War, Haki Crystal. Ding, system prompt, Master Chen, upload the memory video. Summit War, often. 120 minutes, the first 10 minutes are free, value membership points. 20 points, there is an Avalon Indalian, team leader, why did you suddenly post a video, Evil King True Eye, Summit War. It's so interesting, Goddess of Doom. Looking at the style of the picture, isn't it the same world as Father Whitebird, the strongest dad? Is it related to me? Whitebird cancelled the live broadcast and clicked on the video. It's just that when he clicked on the video and saw the narration at the beginning, he was immediately angry. Naval headquarters will publicly execute Ace, captain of the second team of the Whitebird pirates. A war that will subvert the world pattern is coming. That's what Summit War is all about. It was the largest war since the beginning of the Great Pirate Era. It was also the Battle of Whitebird's Curtain Call. Of course, at the moment, Whitebird didn't expect to lose, and he felt that he could save Ace even with his life. It was only after Whitebird looked at it that he realized that the situation was not good for him. Naval headquarters not only Garp Gokusan Admiral, but also Shichibuke. Whitebird's side lost the second and fourth captains before the battle. Most importantly, he saw himself being stabbed by a vortex spider after landing at naval headquarters. Why can't I see it? Exactly 10 minutes. Whitebird was in a hurry and quickly asked in the internet cafe, how do you get membership points? You can't watch the next video without membership points. When he entered the internet cafe, he actually watched several movies, but they were only free for 5 minutes, and later acquired membership points, and Whitebird had no idea what membership points were. Zhuang Zhen Iron. Dat. After the video stops, a window pops up with the word recharge on it. You can just recharge the strongest dad. Thank you, I will give a generous gift as a thank you someday. After that, Whitebird hurriedly clicked on the recharge page, which showed a reminder of rechargeable items, shock fruit ability, armament haki, observation haki, conqueror's haki, teishu, Naginata. Among them, the most valuable is his shock fruit, followed by conqueror's haki, which he cultivated, followed by taijutsu. As for the Naginata, it is the cheapest, only worth 10 membership points. Most of the famous swords in the world of One Piece are made of sharp and tough precious metals without special abilities, so their value is very low. In the theatrical version, there is a magic sword, the 7-star sword, with its own sword energy, and it will continue to become stronger after Bloodthirsty. But Whitebird has never heard of the legend of the 7-star sword, otherwise he can easily grab it. If I want to play Summit War, what I lack most is strength. Without affecting my strength, I can only sell the Naginata. Whitebird was very confused. He didn't expect that the 4 emperors at sea would not even be able to get 20 membership points. He swore that after he figured out the Summit War, he would scavenge devil fruit on the sea, and he would rob other 4 emperors, marines, and world government. Ding. System prompt, Conqueror's Haki, is a special skill. After recharging, it will not affect the body, only once. At this time, the internet cafe spread a good news to Whitebird. Top up, Conqueror's Haki. Whitebird grinned. Ding. Whitebird recharged successfully. Get Conqueror's Haki crystal, worth 1000 member points. Obtain member points. 100 current member points. 150 Whitebird sold Conqueror's Haki. Chen was taken aback, but after checking the recharge information, he understood. Is it because Haki is different from magic and inner strength? Chen thought about it. In fact, Haki is closely related to the state of the human body. Seeing and seeing are related to the spirit. If the spirit is not concentrated, the seeing and feeling cannot be exerted. If the spirit is consumed too much, the seeing and feeling will also be exhausted. Armament color requires physical strength, and if you use up all Haki at once, you will be weak for a while. Conquerors is closely related to personal momentum. If Conqueror's haki disappeared, wouldn't Whitebird be abolished as a whole? However, these 3 haki crystals are very expensive. They are worth 1000 membership points, which is 5 times as much as a cage level Ninetales chakra crystal. Sure enough, Whitebird's haki is very strong. Chen remembered that someone in a previous life said that Whitebird's haki was not very good, and Summit War almost never used haki point. Chen scoffed at this in Whitebird's latest life card information. Whitebird has a super strong Conqueror's haki. Anyway, his world-destroying shock fruit is not introduced in this waypoint in the Battle of the Top. The reason why Whitebird did not show a strong haki is because Whitebird is too weak point at that time. Whitebird had 0 evasion rate, 0 body defense, minions could pierce, cannons could smash the face, and bullets could go into the body, which can be said to be weakened by 90%. You must know that the use of seeing, hearing and coloring requires concentration, and when you are in a sick state, you can't dodge with extra mental energy point, and using the armed color requires a lot of physical strength. And using shock fruit also requires a lot of physical strength. Just after the battle was stabbed by one of my own people, how much physical strength can I have left? Only the larger shock fruit battles can be selected. Conquerors relied on momentum. Whitebird was weak and sick at that time. How could he release the 100% power of Conqueror's haki point? So, Whitebird's haki is definitely super strong. It just doesn't show it. Haki crystallizes, and absorption can reach the level of Whitebird, and 1000 points is not very expensive. After Chen read the information, he thought that he would buy it when the membership points were enough. Then he would add Ninetales chakra and work together with the light, and he would have no problem dealing with Marine Admiral point. As for the 4 emperors, in the comics, the 4 emperors have not shown their full strength in a 100% state. Chen is not sure how strong the 4 emperors are. However, from the performance point of view, Kaido of the Beasts killed 1.5 billion Luffy in one shot, and the dying Whitebird still knocked out the full state of Akainu. Although there is a factor of Akainu's carelessness, Whitebird and Kaido are undoubtedly better than the 2. Admiral is much stronger. The other 2 4 emperors who are side by side with them will not be much weaker. In Marine Admiral, Akainu is too reckless, no matter how strong he is. Chen thinks that the only troublesome person is Kizaru. Kizaru is a man who clocks in at work. No one dares to underestimate him. If he is desperate, sparkling fruit, if you have a chance, you have to find a way to get it. Chen is still very interested in the power of light. Should he kill Kizaru, or find a way to extract his sparkling fruit point right now? Chen doesn't have the means to extract devil fruit, so he can only think of a way in the future point. And now, the first goal is to find a way to earn more membership points in exchange for Conqueror's haki crystals to strengthen their own strength. If the Logia ability does not have haki, it is easy to be hammered, and to earn membership points, you have to rely on them. Chen looked at the members in the internet cafe, and his bright eyes flashed. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 15 Increase Activity. Chen already had a quick way to earn membership points in his heart point related to Whitebird, but will have to wait until they watch Summit War to do it because he still has a few things to figure out. Point taking advantage of this time, Chen soaked in noodles and ordered a takeaway point. After getting Ninetales chakra, Chen needs to replenish more energy point. After all, Chen is not a real tailed beast, so he still has to eat and drink point, of course. If he cultivates with light and dust to the highest level and becomes a land fairy, then he only needs to breathe the vitality of heaven and earth, and he will be fine. If he does not eat or drink point, it's just that. Even though he Guangtangchen has a complete cultivation experience, it is impossible to cultivate to the realm of heaven and man all at once. Point. If he reached the realm of heaven and man, Chen felt that he could hang up the Admiral for emperors and fight. Point. Having said that, Leo's old guy is very good at pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger. Although Leo's can't break the void, he can only be regarded as a pseudo-celestial realm. Is it necessary to make a fuss when seeing the power of Whitebird and Kurama? And in the discussion group, Leozi's learning ability is even more terrifying. Even Leozi is wary of superdimensional internet cafes. At present, it only recharges the supreme mind of Xianzang. Taoism still has humanism, and Yin Yang family is also split from Taoism. There are definitely a lot of secret methods. Damn, if I hadn't calmed down and thought about it, I would have been fooled by Leozi. This lousy old man is very bad. Yi Chen slandered a little, yawn. At this time, Kinshimingai Universe, Leozi, who was watching the video attentively, sneezed. Strange. It's sunny. Why is it cool? Someone is cursing me? Leozi doesn't know what Yi Chen thinks. If he knows, he will definitely refute. He is really curious and longing for everything about a world, and he is really surprised by the power of Whitebird and Kurama, which has nothing to do with his personal strength. Half a dime relationship point, and he didn't say that he is weak. Even if Yi Chen is the master of the superdimensional internet cafe, he can't slander people like this. Forget it. It should be an illusion. The world thinks that I'm dead or ascended. After a pause, Leozi continued to check out the Summit War video. Time passed by minute by second, and in about 20 minutes there was an Avalon in Dalian. I didn't expect that Whitebird would end up like this. Goddess of Doom, have you read it? I only saw half of it. The Evil King's True Eyes. In this situation, who has the intention to watch it slowly? Although the group leader's Summit War video is 2 hours long, everyone has the heart to watch it every minute and every second. It's all fast forward. Leozi is not you Leozi. Yeah, I also read it quickly. I guess Whitebird will watch the whole thing seriously. After all, every minute counts in that war, and every link is very important to him. The Strongest Dad. Kula la la. I've read it too. Evil King True Eye. So fast. The Strongest Dad. Well, the acceleration is no more than 10 times, and I can still record all the fragments and details. Goddess of Doom, should I say. Is this the boss? Evil King Zenion. Sister, just get used to it. Goddess of Doom, yes, His Royal Highness the Evil King. Yi Chen, old man, what do you think now? The Strongest Dad, teach. I didn't expect him to be a traitor. Blackbird had been on his ship for decades, and Whitebird didn't think he'd be wrong. Yi Chen, if Thatch isn't dead, maybe you can make a quick decision and capture Blackbird first. This is actually a temptation, because Yi Chen doesn't know what time period Whitebird is currently in, but he must be old, and not far from the Summit War period point. If Blackbird hadn't defected, Yi Chen felt that Blackbird was of great value, because Blackbird knew how to capture Devil Fruit. There were so many capable people in the One Piece world. Recycling Devil Fruit would definitely make a lot of money. If Blackbird defected. Yi Chen also had a second plan. The Strongest Dad, teach. I won't give him a chance. As long as Thatch doesn't die, and Ace doesn't go after Teach, the Summit War won't break out. Of course Whitebird knew that. As the Emperor of the Sea, Whitebird is by no means a pedantic person. Otherwise, no matter how strong he is, he will not be called the strongest pirate in the era of the great pirates. The Strongest Dad. Everyone, excuse me for a while. I'll tell Sachi and Ace now. After that, Whitebird left the superdimensional internet cafe in his mind, and then planned to call George, the Diamond Man, the captain of the third team, and sent someone to notify Ace and others who were out. It's a pity that the plan can't keep up with the changes. Just when Whitebird wanted to call someone, the captain of the first team, the Phoenix Marco, hurriedly flew back from the air. Dad, something bad happened. Teach killed Thatch, defected, and Ace went after Teach. When did this happen? Whitebird was taken aback. When I came back from the purchase this afternoon, Sachi picked up a Devil Fruit in the waves, Phoenix Marco explained. Whitebird, a huge cruise ship, the Moby Dick, also has 2 small cruise ships beside it, which are responsible for covering the main ship, and purchasing supplies. Today is just the day to buy wine and meat, and the second and fourth teams are in charge. Blackbird Teach happens to be a member of the second team and a friend of Sachi. Teach said that he saw the fruit first, but the rules on the ship were who got it, and Sachi also liked the fruit, and didn't want to give it to Teach, and that's how it happened. Damn beast, you go after Ace, bring him back at all costs, and tell him, Teach's matter, I will solve it myself. Whitebird roared angrily, and the surrounding waves split and rolled. "Yes, Dad," the phoenix nodded, and hurriedly flew in the direction Ace left. Watching the phoenix leave, Whitebird also felt sadness in his heart. Teach betrayed his family for 30 years for a fruit, which really made him sad. Sadly, now is not the time for sadness and anger. Prepare for the worst. Taking a deep breath, the spirit of Whitebird logged into the Superdimensional Internet Cafe again. The strongest dad. "Everyone, I'm sorry, the leader of the team failed to capture Teach." Chen. "Oh. It's really unexpected. Are you soft-hearted?" The strongest dad. "No, he killed Sachi and ran away just now." Chen. "Oh, sorry, condolences." This situation was also beyond Chen's expectations. He didn't know the exact time and place where Blackbird killed Sachi. The original manga didn't state it clearly, and the animation was at night. Did something change happen? That's all. Sachi will die when he dies, and Chen and Sachi have no friendship. Maybe there will be props for resurrecting people in the Superdimensional Internet Cafe in the future, but that is also a headache for Whitebird. In this case, it's time to implement my plan. After a pause, Chen broke. "Master, you should prepare for the worst." The strongest dad. "Yes, if Ace is captured, even if he fights to the death, I will save Ace." Chen. "Just relying on you alone may not be enough. After all, Whitebird is old, and even if he goes into battle with a hanging bottle, he may not be able to defeat naval headquarters." Whitebird was silent. Indeed, as Chen said, the Golden Lion, who was as famous as him, couldn't defeat Garp Sengoku, let alone Marine 3 Admiral below Garp Sengoku. Evil King True Eyes. "Master Chief, you should be able to do it." Chen's mouth was slightly raised. He didn't expect Liuhua to be so considerate. He was about to say his second plan. "Chen, there is a way, and it's up to you. There is an Avalon Indalion. Rely on us." Chen. "Yes, it's up to you to increase our activity level. After upgrading the time and space store, there will be a new item in it, which allows us to travel through the Otherworld, crossing the Otherworld in an instant." All the members of the Internet Cafe were excited for a while. Visiting the Otherworld, who wouldn't look forward to it? Seeing that they were all stunned, Chen smiled in his heart. Of course it is possible to travel to the Otherworld, but the ticket price is not low. Chapter 16 Merlin. This wave of operations can be done. Tickets to travel to another world need membership points, and they will definitely need to be recharged at that time, so Chen's membership points will also increase, and if you want to quickly increase your activity, you must also recharge point. After thinking about it, Chen said in the discussion group, "But let's talk about it first. You will definitely need membership points at that time. There is an Avalon Indalion." "It's okay, it's just a small price. If I can really cross the Otherworld, I would like to go to the world of the pirates and meet the world's #1 swordsman there for a while." Goddess of Doom. Sage Merlin, if I remember correctly, you should be a magician. Evil King Zenion. What's this called? Not doing the right thing. There is an Avalon Indalion. I think I'm about to become a female public enemy. Why do you hate me every time? Chen, you deserve it. Goddess of Doom. Haha. In the words of the leader of the group, Evil King True Eye. 32 likes to the leader. Laozi is not you. Laozi. Cough. Then again, if you can travel, it is acceptable to pay a certain price. I will also fight against the powerhouses of the Otherworld. If nothing else, it will be no problem to hold Admiral Kizaru, the Evil King's True Eyes. 666. This old man is a force. Full marks. Chen, you thought the old man was pretending, but you were wrong. He was paddling. Everyone knows that Kizaru is an admiral who clocks in at work. Chen, who also practiced with light and dust, is very clear that Laozi can change shape, change shadows, melt light and turn dust. No matter how fast Kizaru is, it is not teleportation, and sparkling fruits like bomb attack is no threat to Laozi. Laozi is not you. Laozi, core leader of the team, you really know us very well. Expression embarrassment. Laozi is very innocent at heart. I just want to be a few hundred years old. Internet addict in peace. The strongest dad. Thank you, everyone. There will be a great reward in the future. Whitebird was very moved. Although he was just a group of netizens he had never met, he was willing to help him. Chen, you're welcome old man. It's a fate to be able to join this internet cafe. You just need to treat yourself as your own home. Then Kurama and I will also take action. Leave Garp to me. Goddess of Doom, 666. The leader of the team is so awesome that he dares to single out the legendary Marine hero Garp, the strongest dad. Is it my own home? Thank you, the leader. Whitebird was also moved inwardly. Garp was so powerful that even he dared not say it lightly. Garp's record in life is very amazing. He killed the big pirate Green Pepper in one blow, and the big pirate Lonely Red who defeated Marine Marshal Kang was also captured by Garp. Later, he teamed up with Sengoku to capture the Golden Lion, who was as famous as him. In a desperate situation, the most terrifying thing is that 40 years ago, Garp ended the One Piece of the previous era. Rox, the leader of the team, has taken the most difficult level point. However, Chen chose Garp for a reason, because Ace was Garp's grandson, and Garp didn't want Ace to die. Under the conflicting psychology, Garp was the best top fighting force in Marine Point. Evil King True Eye. By the way, why isn't Kurama bubbling? Chen. He probably indulges in the plot of Hokage Ninja or Evil King True Eye. No wonder if he is here. The activity will increase very quickly. The strongest dad. How to increase the activity level? Whitebird was a little anxious in his heart. If he wanted to travel through the Otherworld, he needed a high enough level of activity. How could he increase his activity level? Evil King Zen Iron. That, as long as you chat more in internet cafes and watch more videos, the strongest dad. Isn't there a quick way? There is an Avalon Indalion. I have to ask the leader of the group. Chen. It's not that there is no way to get active quickly, but the cost is a bit high. Is it expensive? Whitebird pondered slightly, thinking that things are not that simple. Of course, he didn't doubt Chen's words, nor did he think Chen would cheat him, because things like traveling through the world were too sci-fi, and he never dared to think about it in the past. After a pause, the strongest dad said, Lord Team Leader, even if you say, I will definitely not hesitate to give what I can. Chen. Actually, the key lies in one word: Krypton. Krypton. Whitebird and the others looked stunned. The word seemed so tall. There is an Avalon Indalion. Do you need to recharge? If he recharged a little more, he would be able to tell the story of Otherworld, but he felt that it didn't matter, and it was worth paying a certain price. Chen. It's not a recharge, it's a red envelope. Evil King True Eye. Send red envelopes. Chen. Yes, I just found out that after Mr. Whitebird sent the red envelope, the activity increased by 50 points. There are daily tasks in the discussion group. Each member is limited to 1 time per day, and each red envelope increases by 50,200 activity. I don't think it will take 3 days to upgrade. There is an Avalon Indalion. Send red envelopes. That's simple. It's so serious. I thought I would be half my life. It's just red envelopes. Merlin just sorts out the magic of the gods in his mind, and he can send out thousands of red envelopes. Laozi is not you Laozi. Yeah, that's what I thought too. As the ancestor of Taoism for hundreds of years, the martial arts secret books he controls are massive. Goddess of Doom. Shut up, stinky boss. Evil King Zen Iron. That's right, it's not that simple. At least I can't give out any red envelopes right now. Zioni Aoyaliuhur is very embarrassed. She is bragging in the internet cafe. I thought everyone was pretending to be forceful, but it turned out that everyone else was really awesome, and she was the only one who pretended. Chen, your power is sealed. I understand. He knew Liuhua's inner emotions, so when he helped her, but he didn't expect Liuhua to have some inexplicable feelings for him in the future. The strongest father, Your Excellency the Evil King, don't mind. It's all of you who are helping me, and it should be the old man who is embarrassed and angry. Whitebird has never encountered such an embarrassing thing in his life, but he is really helpless at the moment. Originally, he wanted to refuse the help of netizens, but Chen's words "think of it as his own home" made him cheeky to stay. At the same time, he secretly vowed in his heart that from now on, he will treat the people who help him as family members. Chen, actually, you are all thinking too much. The red envelopes are not necessarily distributed every time. You can send members points, but the red packets cannot be less than 100 member points each time. Evil King's an iron. Is that so? I seem to have 1000 member points. Expression beautiful. Liu Hua was surprised for a while. She had recharged 1000 member points. After watching the video before, she still has more than 900 points. There is an Avalon Indalion. Is 1000 member points a lot? After ordering the system prompts, there is an Avalon Indalion that has successfully recharged and obtained the Magic Handbook of the Gods, Illusion Chapter. Worth 2000 membership points. Host gain membership points. 200. Current membership points. 350. Chen was taken aback by Merlin's decisiveness, but he didn't react, and then he heard the system prompt again. Point ding. System prompt. There is an Avalon Indalion. Distribute a mixed red envelope. Includes 500 membership points plus 50 years of magic power. The activity has increased by 150. Chen. This wave of operations is okay. Asterisk chapter 17 Tony. Cheating. Chen didn't expect Merlin to be so forthright, and the magic of the gods is nothing more than magic. It really doesn't require money for magic power. 50 years of magic power. If you say it's a gift, you can give it away. Point. But considering that Kurama also sold his chakra like a commodity, 50 years of magic was nothing to Merlin. Point. There is an Avalon Indalion. What are you doing? Everyone, don't you grab the red envelope. Hearing this, all the members of the discussion group came back to their senses and immediately clicked on the red envelope. Point. Goddess of Doom. Wow, I got 10 years magic 100 membership points. Evil King True Eye. I'm also a 10-year magic 100 member point. Laozi is not you. Laozi. Face black. 3 years magic 30 membership points. The strongest dad. 20 membership points for magic power for 2 years. The Evil Kings realize. Didn't you say that the rest is with the leader? Expression. Surprised. Goddess of Doom. Is this the King of Luck, who dominates half of the country? Amazing. Chen. The King of Luck is indeed me, but I only get 20 years of magic power and 200 membership points, and the remaining 5 years of magic power and 50 membership points are not with me. There is an Avalon Indalion. There are a total of 7 red envelopes I sent, and I have not ordered them yet. True Eyes of the Evil King. It seems that 2 divers got red envelopes at Kurama. Is that you? Kurama, what happened? Who interrupted the show? After half a sound. Kurama, it turned out to be grabbing the red envelope, not me. Do I care about that red envelope? Don't bother me. After that, Kurama dived again, and it seems that the Hokage ninja plot really attracted him. Point. After all, Kurama is a plugin of Prince Naruto. Every time he appears in the early stage, he is very pretentious and mysterious. Even he personally expects he to make a few more shots in the drama. Hanging, beating, ridiculing. He became annoyed. Kurama is tempted to say, Naruto, you are the worst Jinkriki I've ever had. Of course, although Kurama hates Naruto's weak chickens and mouths, he just can't help but want to watch him grow, and Naruto's kid is quite hot. Overall, Kurama is a straight-tailed beast. Point. Evil King True Eye. Kurama disappeared again. What's the situation? Turned into a house beast. Chen was also speechless for a while. I seem to have led Kurama astray. Laozi is not you. Laozi. If it's not Kurama, who else would it be? That God is silenced. Chen. Actually, it's very simple. Click on the red envelope and take a look, and you'll know. It shows the list of people who have grabbed the red envelope. Everyone, why didn't you say it sooner? When they clicked on the red envelope, they found that the 7 people who grabbed the red envelope were King of Luck, Master Chen, the Evil King's True Eyes, Doom Goddess. Laozi is not you. Laozi, the strongest dad, the first genius of the universe. Point. Brotherhood leader. There is an Avalon Indalion. Look what I found. The first genius of the universe to deceive the corpse, and the leader of the Brotherhood who spy on the screen. The first genius of the universe who cheated the corpse. I'm not dead yet. Chen. Tony, why did you wake up so quickly? I thought you were knocked out. I really didn't expect Tony to automatically connect to the Super Dimension Internet Cafe again, and even grab the red envelope, which is very lucky. You know, Chen cut off Tony's internet connection with the Super Dimension Internet Cafe before, although he did not shut him down. However, unless Chen actively connects to Tony, it is completely random that Tony wants to connect to the internet cafe again. Point the first genius of the universe. It's not because of this red envelope. I subconsciously clicked on the red envelope and got 3 years of magic power. My physique has been strengthened a lot and I finally regained consciousness, but now I'm also injured and now I can't move in the dark cave. There is an Avalon Indalion. You are lucky. My magic power is far purer than that of a human magician. As long as you are not fatally wounded, you should be able to heal slowly. The first genius of the universe, Lord Merlin. I remember this kindness. Evil King Zen. You should remember the kindness of the leader of the group. And you have not been silenced, otherwise you will not be able to grab the red envelope. The first genius of the universe. Yes, yes, yes. I have to thank the leader. Please forgive my rudeness and arrogance just now. Chen, it's not necessary to thank you. Don't question the Super Dimensional Internet Cafe in the future. You should have a long memory. Put away your arrogance and remember that there are days outside the sky and there are people outside people. The first genius of the universe, that is that, just went through a life and death crisis, calling Chen not to be called earthly difficulty, which indeed caused a great psychological shadow on Tony and also made him keep a low profile a lot. Point otherwise, when has Tony ever been so humble? Point after thinking about it, Tony changed his ID and changed it back to his name, Tony. Well, Mr. Leader, I have a request. Chen, you want me to save you? Tony, yes, team leader, I think you must have a solution. Chen, there is a way. Like Mr. Whitebird, the activity must reach 1000. Tony, send red envelopes. Are you active? But I don't have anything around me right now. Chen, then there's nothing I can do. Tony, Evil King Zen. It's good to have a life back. What else do you think? At least your life is not in danger now. When the Otherworld channel is opened, the leader of the group will be able to destroy the militants with one hand. Tony, well, that's the only way to go. However, at this moment, another person cheated. Point Brotherhood leader, I can save you. Tony Stark, if you promise to provide financial assistance to our brotherhood. Chen was not surprised by Magneto's corpse deception. After all, he was peeping at the screen just now. It is estimated that he also got Merlin's red envelope. Point it's just that he wants to win over Tony as soon as he appears. It seems to be the rhythm of doing things. Tony, who are you? You know me in a world with me. Brotherhood leader. Haha, forget who I'm now. You don't recognize me. The next second, the leader of the Brotherhood changed his name. Magneto. Now you recognize me. Tony, sorry, never heard of it. Magneto, a moment of embarrassment, but he is the villain who has experienced decades of ups and downs and soon returns to normal. Point Magneto, it seems that my reputation is not enough to scare the world. But it doesn't matter. What do you think about my proposal? Tony, Brotherhood, funding? Are you a terrorist? Having been trapped by armed terrorists once, Tony was tired of war, and even he planned not to develop weapons and equipment when he went back. Point Magneto, you don't even know the Brotherhood. The mutants should know. Tony, mutants, those with superpowers, aren't all rumors. Chen, cough. Sorry to interrupt you too. I have something to remind you. Magneto. Oh, esteemed leader, what advice do you have? Facing the unfathomable Chen, Magneto was very humble, and he was in awe of this Super Dimensional Internet Cafe from the bottom of his heart. Chen, Magneto, you know Tony, and Tony doesn't know you. Don't you think it's strange? Tony, what's weird? I'm the world's #1 genius scientist and the world's richest man. Chen, no. It is precisely because you have such a position and Jarvis computer intelligence beyond the times. It is impossible not to know about a terrifying mutant like Magneto. Even if you haven't seen it, you've heard of it. Magneto, yes, I have also caused a global terrorist attack. You can't have heard me. Tony Stark. Tony, but the truth is, I don't know you. Yi Chen. Then there is only one truth. Asterisk chapter 18 Tony hates Magneto. The evil king's true eyes. What's the truth? Zioni Aoyaluhur is very curious. Tony is very famous, and Magneto is also very famous. If they are from the same world, it is impossible not to know each other. Goddess of Doom, I'm more curious than the truth. The global terrorist attack that Magneto said, Magneto, actually it's nothing. I just control the global magnetic field and make the world black out for an hour. It was a simple sentence, but it was full of force, which shocked all the members of the discussion group. Goddess of Doom, I feel that this is the discussion group of gods. I, immortal, are always incompatible with you. Evil King True Eye, I feel that this is the discussion group of immortals. I, immortal, are always incompatible with you. Laozi is not you Laozi. I feel that this is a discussion group of gods, and I'm immortal who is always out of tune with you. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I feel that this is the discussion group of gods, and I'm immortal who is always incompatible with you. Yi Chen, just kidding again. Forget about the old man. Merlin, what kind of mortal are you? There is an Avalon in Dalian. I know that I'm an extraordinary person, but I have an ordinary heart. Mr. Team Leader, you must be jealous of my beauty. Yi Chen didn't want to talk to Merlin, and directly gave him a preferential package. The system prompts. There is an Avalon in Dalian, who has been silenced by the Master Yi Chen for 10 minutes. Magneto. Sure enough, the authority of the leader cannot be challenged. Magneto is very fortunate that he did not hate Yi Chen. He was originally a prouder person than Tony. Tony, no, Magneto, it is impossible for humans to control the magnetic field of a planet, and you have done such a thing. How could I not know, Magneto? So, I'm also very distressed now, and I can only hope that the leader of the group will give an explanation. Yi Chen, the answer is very simple. Have you heard of the parallel universe, Tony? Magneto. Parallel universe, isn't that just an unverifiable conjecture? Yi Chen, then you'll know just by looking at this. System prompt. Master Yi Chen uploads memory video clips. X-Men, Avengers, the duration is 5 minutes. Value member points. 0. The X-Men series mainly tells the story of the X-Men headed by Professor X and Wolverine as the core character, and the Mutant Brotherhood headed by the old enemy Magneto, falling in love and killing each other. The brothers also appeared in the Avengers opponent. The Avengers movie series is an alliance of heroes such as Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, etc. to fight against evil forces. The members of the alliance also include Wanda, the Scarlet Witch who joined later. The father of Wanda and her brother Quicksilver was Magneto, but Magneto did not appear in the Avengers. They all came from the Marvel Universe, but the Marvel Universe is a multiverse with countless parallel universes. In the Avengers universe where Iron Man Tony is located, Magneto may be dead or hidden. The author is referring to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the comics, which are too complicated, and the X-Men universe where Magneto is located. Magneto lives as it should. That's why you know me, and I don't know you. And because this memory video is free, so apart from the red envelopes, the world's richest man Tony, who has almost no member points, and the poor villain boss Magneto can watch this carefully. Cut without pressure. The 5-minute short film also understands the fact that they are not in the same universe. Magneto, my plan failed. Again to Charles. Magneto's mood is very complicated. He has never been able to win his best friend in his life, but he will not give up. The future of the world must belong to mutants. Tony, the Avengers, in the future. I'm so awesome, and I'm still in love with that old antique from Team America. This world is crazy. Yi Chen. You and Captain America are more than in love with each other. In a parallel world, you are both married. The evil king's true eyes. Oh, I didn't expect a big piece of shit to have a tender side. Liu Huajiang suddenly smelled a rotten smell. Is it true that the same sex is true love? Tony, no, it's impossible. I'm not gay. My favorite is my female assistant Pepper, Goddess of Doom. Don't worry, Tony, they are all American. I understand you, and I will support you. Tony, this is called support, is not called downfall. Yi Chen, haha, Tony really doesn't want to be gay, but I fire in another world as a woman. Tony, no, it's not true. Magneto, I really got some interesting information today. After learning that the Avengers would become his second biggest enemy in the future, his affection for Tony plummeted, and he even had the urge to kill Tony and his world. Tony, Magneto, are you courting death? Magneto, sorry. Although the scraps of copper and iron that you invent in the future are somewhat powerful, they are overwhelmed by my abilities. Instead of threatening me, it is better to worry about the you in the world I live in. I want to killing that you is as easy as the palm of your hand. Damn. Tony's face is at 10. Magneto's ability is his nemesis. No, it's a nightmare. Not only does he have the ability to restrain him, but Magneto is a 4th level mutant, and also belongs to the top level among mutants. Tony, HMPH, I'll research anti-magnetic field armor. He can't beat Magneto now, but it doesn't mean he will admit defeat. He believes that technology is the supreme power of the universe. Chen, you'd better get the first set of Iron Man mecha first, and then let's talk about it. Otherwise it will be difficult for you to escape from the den of thieves by the militants. Tony suddenly felt an arrow in his heart. So heartbreaking. Hello. The strongest dad, Lord Magneto, if you can. I don't want you to kill another Tony. Magneto. Oh, Mr. Whitebird, what an opinion. In his opinion, Whitebird is a person worthy of his recognition, and has the power to destroy the world. Although Magneto is confident in his own power, his ability should be ineffective against armament hacky, and Whitebird undoubtedly has the capital to talk to him. He wanted to get Whitebird on his side if he could. The strongest dad. Although this is an internet cafe, everyone gets along like a family. If you kill family members or people close to them, what do you think other members will think? How would it look? Magneto was stunned when he heard the words. His eyes flickered, and finally he took a deep breath. Magneto, excuse my impulsiveness. Thank you Mr. Whitebird for your reminder. And Tony, I apologize to you, and I promise here that, even if I and my men blow you up in the future, it will not hurt your life. Tony, why does your apology sound so harsh? But since Magneto has apologized, Tony is not someone who doesn't know what to do, so he didn't continue to fight Magneto. Tony, forget it, I accept your apology. Chen smiled slightly. This is the best. I admired Whitebird in my heart. The old man was not only emotional, but also brave and resourceful. He resolved the conflict between the two opponents in one sentence. Originally, he was still a little tangled. How Tony and Magneto would die. He would be a little embarrassed. Now it seems that Chen has underestimated his deterrent power. Everyone here has to give him face. Otherwise it will be a little black house in minutes. Believe it or not. Magneto is also afraid of the little dark house. At this time, Magneto said again, Mr. Whitebird, I already know about you. If you really fight naval headquarters, as long as you can pay me 4 membership points to travel through other worlds, I will come to help you. If the strongest dad. Thank you. Although Whitebird was curious as to why Magneto was so bad among the big guys, he didn't ask too much, because it was worth paying some membership points for the help of such a strong man. Tony, me too. The strongest dad. Cool la la la. Then thank you in advance. The evil king's eyes. Mr. Shit, aren't you the richest man in the world? Why don't you have any membership points? Tony, for the first time in my life, I feel that my title of richest man is so ironic. Although he grabbed the red envelope and got 30 membership points, it is definitely not enough to travel around the world. Now he really can't come up with it. All the superdimensional internet cafes need to recharge our mysterious power or high quality black technology. And Tony hasn't built the first generation of steel mechas yet, so what to use to recharge? However, just when Tony wanted to forcibly defend himself, an astonishing news sounded in the internet cafe. Ding. It was detected that the netizen, goddess of doom, encountered a different dimensional event. Chapter 19 Undead Natural Disaster. Superdimensional Mission. Another dimensional event. Because of this sudden prompt sound, Tony, Magneto, Whitebird, Merlin, Laozi and others all became interested. Yi Chen frowned. Compared to Tony and the others, he was the most surprised. The goddess of doom is Alice, the heroine in the Resident Evil movie. Heroic and valiant, once a generation of otaku gods and goddesses, infinite stream novels in the previous life. The world of Resident Evil can be described as an infinite stream novice village. Yi Chen is not surprised to say that there are reincarnations in the Resident Evil world. But what the hell is a different dimensional event? Evil King True Eye, our goddess of doom, how are you now? Goddess of doom, the situation is not good. Fortunately, I have drawn 10 years of magic power, otherwise I would be dead now. Yi Chen, did Resident Evil break out? True Eyes of the Evil King, Resident Evil. Is that the kind of zombie in the movie? Goddess of Doom, yes, sure enough. Lord Master knows the identity of the T-Virus and me, but this time the situation is different. Compared with the monsters in the twisted space, zombies are nothing to worry about. Alice only lost her memory for a short time. After she got the red envelope from Merlin, she recovered and knew about the T-Virus, but the situation was much worse than expected. Evil King True Eye, what happened? Goddess of Doom, I don't have time to explain. I'll just start the live broadcast. After speaking, the Goddess of Doom started the live broadcast. All the members looked at the live broadcast room and the discussion group. The first thing they saw was Alice's beautiful figure, with blonde hair and blue eyes, and delicate features. She was younger and more beautiful than the Alice in the movies that Yi Chen had seen in her previous life. Maybe it's because of the real world that the actors look after makeup, but the real world is pure and natural, and the temperament is completely different. However, Alice's appearance is not the focus of Yi Chen's observation, but the Umbrella Company's sub-base in Raccoon City. In that high-tech underground building, there are many twisted spaces, and there are many skeleton soldiers with deep blue eyes in the space. The zombies around are being slaughtered by the skeleton soldiers, and the zombie army is in the hands of the skeleton soldiers, and there is no way to fight back, and the dead zombie army actually ignited blue fireworks, and turned into skeleton soldiers. Although Alice has 10 years of magic power, she can't do magic. She can only fight with an alloy steel knife with a machine gun. Because of the magic power attached to the bullet and the blade, she can easily defeat the skeleton soldiers, but she is outnumbered and very embarrassed. Evil King True Eye, what a high-tech base. Tony, it's a match for my company's security system. Lazy is not you lazy. This is not the time to compete with the world's technology. Are those zombies life? What are those skeleton soldiers? Magneto, I don't think there is any difference between the two. Yi Chen, no, those zombies are still life. They are just poisoned upgraded. They can no longer be called human. They are just human-shaped beasts, while those skeleton soldiers are completely different. But the undead army and the underworld, the strongest dad. This is the difference between life and the dead, right? Yi Chen, the old man understood it very accurately. Evil King True Eyes, Master Team Leader, don't you upload a video of the Goddess of Doom, so that she can know how to deal with it in the future? Yi Chen, no, it's useless to post it. Now that there are variables in that world, that's all. I'll upload it for you to see. After thinking about it, Yi Chen decided to upload the plot of Resident Evil 1. After all, they were interested in it, and at the same time, they could consume a wave of membership points. The duration is 1 hour, the value member points 10 points, and the first 5 minutes are free. After the video was uploaded, not only the little bad traveled to Liuha, but everyone else quickly read it. Tony and Magneto also spent their few membership points to watch Alice's world. About 5 minutes past. Magneto, T-Virus, the Umbrella Company is crazy, although he doesn't like ordinary people, because ordinary people discriminate, target, and even persecute mutants. Using this virus to destroy the world has exceeded his bottom line. Tony, it's scary. Fortunately, there are no such scientific lunatics in my world. Tony felt that, when he went back, he had to check the drug companies in his own world. If he found a chemical virus, he would never let it go. Evil King True Eye, but what's going on with those skeleton soldiers? Do the other dimensional events refer to them? There is an Avalon Indalion. The ban is finally over. If I guess correctly, those skeleton soldiers are controlled by some kind of spell or power. The Evil King's True Eyes. Oh, you can see this too. There is an Avalon Indalion. Although I'm not good at magic, I still have some eyesight. The live broadcast has an immersive effect, and Merlin's vision cannot be wrong. The strongest dad. Can you know the source of the power that controls the skeleton soldiers, in his opinion? Alice wants to solve this crisis only by eliminating the source of the undead power. In contrast, those zombie hordes can be taken care of later. There is an Avalon Indalion. I'm not a god, how can I know, but I guess it may be hidden in one of the twisted space wormholes. Chen said very confidently, don't guess, it's there, because at this time, the entire underground base of the protective umbrella shook violently, and dozens of twisted space wormholes, large and small, began to expand, and spread to the sky point, and above the base. A super huge space wormhole appeared. In the space wormhole, a dragon skeleton covered with frost and blue flames flew out from it, and there was a undead magician holding a scepter on the frost dragon, commanding the army of the undead attack humans. Frost dragon. Chen frowned. Isn't this the undead natural disaster in World of Warcraft? How did the natural disaster of World of Warcraft come to the world of Resident Evil? Is this a so-called superdimensional event? It doesn't always feel that simple. Hoo-ho-ho. In the picture, the giant frost dragon howled, erupted with frost dragon breath, and banged on the bear market, making the street and dozens of meters tall buildings into popsicles, and the pedestrians on the street were also mercilessly frozen to life. Chen, Magneto, Whitebird and other powerhouses looked at such a tragic situation, and their faces were cold. At this time, the goddess of doom asked for help. Master Chief, is there any way you can stop them? Chen hasn't answered yet, but he is suddenly overjoyed. Ding. Detected the crisis caused by netizens encountering unnatural superdimensional events, and released a superdimensional task, end the small undead natural disaster in the Resident Evil world, kill the mastermind behind the scenes. Task limit 1. Reward 1000 member points, a lottery draw for internet cafes. Asterisk chapter 20. A super conscientious internet cafe. As soon as the task came out, the discussion group was boiling. There is an Avalon Indalion. A netizen encounters a different dimensional incident. Can they still go to rescue? And there are mission rewards? This is too good. Merlin really didn't expect that the Super Dimension Internet Cafe would issue a task to protect netizens, and suddenly felt so moved and warm. The evil king's true eyes. Super dimensional internet cafes are really a super conscious industry. Tony, I think why did I have no mission to protect me when I was knocked out today? Expression, crying without tears. The evil king's true eyes. A question of character. The strongest dad. Cough. I think this protection is conditional. Magneto. It's clearly written that an unnatural and different dimensional event was encountered, and the mission clearly stated that this event is not simple. There is a mastermind behind it. Tony. That is to say, Chen. That is to say, normal birth, old age, sickness, and death. And if you were imprisoned or killed in the original world, internet cafes will not issue missions to save you. There is an Avalon Indalion. Damn, I'm still touched by Laozi. Actually, what happened in the original world? If not rescued, then Merlin will not be able to wave in the future. The strongest dad. The question now is, who will save the goddess of doom? There is an Avalon Indalion. Of course it's me. Here I know the undead best, and it's easy to kill them. The evil king's true eyes. You see that the goddess of doom is a girl, so you go to rescue. Come to a hero to save beauty. There is an Avalon Indalion. Am I like this kind of person? Evil King Zenon. You don't look like you. You are. There is an Avalon Indalion. Merlin is very innocent. Since his label of old dirty turtle has been put on by the leader of the team, it seems that it can't be washed away. Chen. Okay, stop arguing. I will do this task myself. The person who dares to touch my super dimensional internet cafe has asked Laozi for his opinion. Evil King True Eye. 666. The leader of the group. Mighty Hacky. Tony. The leader is just slipping. The strongest dad. I wish the leader were young prosperous. Magneto. Looking forward to the power of the leader, to be honest. He hasn't seen Chen's appearance yet, and he wants to see how strong Chen is, and this is what many people think. In this regard, Chen also has an idea. He has to show enough strength to be able to hold the scene. Otherwise, when he meets with netizens in the future, the majesty of his team leader will not be guaranteed. Would you like to strengthen your own strength before going on the mission? Chen now has 350 member points, which can be redeemed for another 9 tails chakra, with 2 copies of cage level chakra. Combined with the control power of light and dust, Chen's energy level will be close to the Vortex Naruto in the form of 5 tails. Moreover, Chen's combat power absolutely broke Naruto's Vortex of 5 tails state, because he perfectly integrated 9 tails chakra. And he swayed freely without affecting his mind. It's done. Anyway, after the task is completed, there will be 1000 member points income, and then you can buy White Bird's Haki crystal. Chen thought about it, and clicked to buy the second 9 tails chakra crystal. Ding. Successful purchase. Perfect fusion of 9 tails chakra crystals. Get a new form. 9 tails chakra form. 9 tails chakra form. Isn't that the body with the golden light of chakra? Something like a Super Saiyan pattern. Chen remembered that this was not the form that Naruto, the Vortex, controlled after sealing Kurama with the sealing technique of Sage of 6 Paths. This is a form of power that can only be used to fully control 9 tails. However, Chen has completely controlled the chakra of 9 tails, but the amount of cage level chakra is not enough for Chen to display the form of 9 tails chakra point. It should be 2 9 tails chakra crystals, which just reach the bottom line of this form point. This way, the odds are higher. After a pause, Chen left a pretentious flower language in the discussion group. Okay everyone, I'll be back when I go. After that, Chen thought of execute the mission, and then disappeared into the superdimensional internet cafe point in an instant. In Alice's live video, a golden light appeared, penetrating the sky and the earth, shaking the skeleton soldiers on the street point. Meanwhile, the Raccoon City Umbrella Company underground base. Ryan, you traitor. On the way to avoid the skeleton soldiers, Alice walked into the control room of the intelligent AI Red Queen point. Here, she met a familiar person, Ryan. Because of the butterfly effect, she and Ryan did not pretend to be husband and wife, but they also trusted Ryan as a colleague very much point. But she didn't expect that Ryan was playing with the test tube containing the T-virus in his hand, and she suddenly realized that Ryan was the murderer who released the T-virus and killed everyone in the institute. Alice? Sure enough, you, the protagonist, have a great fate, and you can come here alive. Ryan looked a little strange to Alice, but felt that she deserved to live. Main character. Alice's eyes flashed. This Ryan was not normal. Ryan's mouth raised slightly. You don't understand. You'll never understand, but I can give you a chance. Come to my side, and I will give you eternal life. Come here. What do you mean? Alice asked tentatively. Ryan said proudly and arrogantly, haha, didn't you find out? Since you came here, no skeleton soldiers have appeared again, and there is not a single zombie nearby. It's you. You summoned these undead natural disasters. Alice was shocked and looked at Ryan in horror. Why didn't she know that Ryan had the ability? Is this really the Ryan she knew? Huh? Undead natural disaster. How do you know this is the undead natural disaster? Ryan was shocked, even more shocked than Alice, and even wondered if Alice had the same adventure as him. I still want to ask you this question. Alice snorted coldly, HMPH, since you don't say it, don't blame me for being rude. Ryan's eyes were cold, and he would never allow anyone to threaten his mission. Come out, necromancer. Ryan's blue eyes became extremely gloomy, with ghost fires emerging, and then at his call, a magic circle appeared on the ground, summoning a lifeless dark wizard. Sure enough, you're not Ryan. Alice can now conclude that the person in front of her is definitely not the Ryan she knew before, and Ryan has absolutely no such ability. Hey. You don't look like Alice, although I don't know what secrets you have, but go to hell. I will kill you first, and then slowly torture your soul. Necromancer, kill her, Ryan ordered indifferently, and the necromancer sent out a dark magic ball and blasted at Alice. The place was so narrow that Alice could not avoid it, so she could only close her eyes and shield her body with her hands. Boom. An explosion that pierced the sky and the earth made Alice feel extremely desperate. However, the pain in the imagination has not come. Am I okay? After opening her eyes, Alice's gem-like eyes found a figure that radiated splendid brilliance, like a god, standing in front of her, looking extremely stalwart. Yi Chen in the form of Nine-Tails Chakra scorned Ryan in front of him like a god, and said lightly, "You are the mastermind behind the scenes." Chapter 21. Don't think I don't recognize you, if you change your face, Naruto. Nine-Tails Chakra Mode. In the underground base, Ryan looked at the familiar Nine-Tails Chakra Mode, and was extremely shocked, and a memory flashed in his heart. My name is Zalmoran. I'm a traveler. In my previous life, I stole a battery car, and ran wildly on the road. When I hit a red light, I was accidentally killed by a truck. After crossing, he was possessed by Ryan, the villain of Resident Evil 1. The real Ryan fell to his death when he passed out and lost his memory point, and when I woke up and found myself in the world of Resident Evil, I was very panicked. The death rate of this fuck is too high, such as crossing into the reincarnation space is bad. At least there is a task in the reincarnation space, and after completing it, you can return and live for a while. The world of Resident Evil can only be spent with zombies, and zombies. The only good thing is that Alice didn't have anything to do with Ryan. I suddenly felt that I had a great chance. After sharing Wheel and Woe, I might get to her. If I can win Alice's blood, it will be worth it to die later, but soon. I changed my sling-like thinking. Awakened. Because of my cheat, Warcraft undead system. As long as the undead value is enough, you can summon the undead base from World of Warcraft, exchange arms, call the undead natural disaster, destroy the world, and finally become the immortal Lich King, ruling the dead world. The undead value of the undead system is obtained by killing. Therefore, without hesitation, I killed the zombies that had not recovered and started my own rise. The original plan was very good. The undead base was summoned from another dimension, and the undead natural disaster was successfully launched. In the end, Alice also unexpectedly came to the door, just waiting for her. It just happened by accident that Alice actually knew about the undead natural disaster in World of Warcraft. And what the hell is the Nine-Tails Chakra Mode guy in front of him? Don't think I don't recognize you with a more handsome face, Naruto. Zalmoran pointed at Yi Chen and trembled. This fuck, why did the Hokage ninja appear? He shouldn't have traveled through a comprehensive world. But Resident Evil and Hokage ninja can't get along. Vortex Naruto? Sorry, you've identified the wrong person. Yi Chen pouted. He was not the prince with the best mouth in the world. It's not Vortex Naruto. How can you have Nine-Tails Chakra form? Don't think I haven't seen Hokage Ninja. Zalmoran was a fan of Hokage in his previous life, but it was precisely because he knew Hokage ninjas that he was panicking now. Because the prince in this state almost completely controls the power of Nine-Tails, the Frost Dragon and the undead army above. Facing such a prince can only be killed in seconds. Damn it, if the undead value is more, when I summon the Death Knight and exchange for the artifact Frostmourne, I will be invincible. Zalmoran was not a fool who was incoherent all the time. He had thought carefully about his plans before. The reason why the undead natural disaster is turned on is not to be afraid of being leveled, just to quickly brush the undead value. As long as the undead value is enough, if the artifact is exchanged, the nuclear bomb will not kill him. But it's too late now. Facing the crown prince in the form of Nine-Tails Chakra, he can't beat him at all. This guy even knows Hokage. Is he really a transmigrator? Yi Chen squinted his eyes and flashed. This unnatural and different dimensional event was really caused by this traveler. Maybe it was bound to some miscellaneous loot system. Don't give him a chance to grow, since you are the mastermind behind the scenes, then you can die, etc. Zalmoran hurriedly shouted, trying to delay the time, but Yi Chen didn't give him the slightest chance. Let's go with the light. I saw Yi Chen's figure turned into a golden light and flashed in front of Zalmoran in an instant, punching through the heart of Ryan, and the aftershock blasted Ryan's body out. So fast, Alice exclaimed in amazement. It was too fast as a flash. It had surpassed the speed that human eyes could capture. The members of the discussion group who watched the live broadcast were also slightly surprised. Tony, this speed is faster than the supersonic speed. The supersonic speed will make a sonic boom, and the leader of the team doesn't even make a sonic boom. Before I could react, that Ryan flew out. The strongest dad. This speed, this golden light, is very similar to the fruit of that Kizaru, the evil king's true eyes. The president is so handsome. Laozi is not you Laozi. The leader's use of Higuan Tangchen seems to be no worse than mine, and his basic speed is faster than mine. Magneto. It's so fast, I can't react at all. Magneto's heart is quite heavy. Although he is powerful, his body has not left the level of mortal. If he is careless, a teleportation like the leader of the group can still seriously injure him, and even kill him. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I don't know if this is the leader of the group. How much power? Merlin wasn't surprised by Yi Chen's speed. Some mysterious space magic could also teleport. He was just curious if this was Yi Chen's true power, and Merlin's words made Magneto, Whitebird, Laozi and others dare not underestimate Yi Chen. Yes, the leader does not necessarily use all his strength. Laozi is not you Laozi. Who knows? No matter how much power the president is, we can't guess. There is an Avalon in Dalian, but the leader, why don't you come back? Do you want to have a special screening ceremony with the goddess of doom, the strongest dad? No, there is no return. Do you mean Raccoon City, underground base? Are you okay? Yi Chen turned to Alice and smiled gently. No, it's fine. Facing the leader's sunny and warm smile, Alice was heartbroken. She really wanted to kiss Yi Chen's face to express her gratitude, but she was afraid of offending Yi Chen, and hesitated for a while. It's fine. Yi Chen didn't know what Alice thought. Seeing that she was fine, he planned to complete the task and then left. Be careful. Alice looked up and suddenly her pupils shrank. Give me death. Under the wall, Zamoran climbed up. The big hole in his heart still had blood. He looked extremely ferocious and threw an ice magic sword at Yi Chen. It came just right. Facing the attack, Yi Chen was not surprised at all. Instead, the corners of his mouth raised slightly, showing a smile of successful strategy. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 22 Artifact, Frostmourne. Boom. Just as the magic sword shining blue ice cold light was about to stab Yi Chen's back, Yi Chen's chakra erupted. The golden chakra formed layers of energy coats visible to the naked eye, and the chakra coat condensed a ferocious chakra giant hand, which forcibly held the magic sword. It's a really good sword. You can still feel the evil thoughts that eat people's souls through chakra. Yi Chen slowly held the magic sword in the palm of his hand through Chakra's claws, and said coldly, there shouldn't be anything more valuable than it on you, so bye. Boom. Without waiting for Zamoran to answer, Chakra's giant hand crushed Zamoran with one hand, and shattered his bones. Ding. The task is completed. Get member points X1000. Get internet cafe exclusive lottery ticket X1. After completely killing Zamoran, the mission was completed, and the remaining skeleton soldiers on the street above all lost their souls, and turned into a pile of skeletons, and fell to the ground. The frost giant dragon and the death mage standing above them were killed by the tailed beast. Canon. The moment Yi Chen came. Originally, Yi Chen wanted to grab a giant frost dragon and go back to play, but he was in a hurry to help Alice, so he could only reluctantly kill it. As for Zamoran's cheating death just now, Yi Chen is very clear. Ninetales chakra mode can perceive the good and evil of the enemy and us, and Zamoran's evil thoughts betrayed him. And Yi Chen deliberately asked Zamoran to fight back, knowing that he had a novice gift bag with an artifact in it. As for how did Yi Chen know this information? It was the Superdimensional Internet Cafe who reminded Yi Chen. This is a novice task. Of course, it will give Yi Chen enough reminders, otherwise the number of people will not be limited. One person, as expected of an artifact, Frostmourne. Yi Chen looked at the magic sword in his hand. It was a rune sword imprinted with the power of the Lich King in World of Warcraft. The sword is 1.2 meters long, the body is 80 centimeters, the hilt is 20 centimeters, and the bull devil decoration in the middle is 20 centimeters. This sword looks like a magic sword, very hacky. The whole sword exudes a fierce cold light, and when it is injected with magic power, it flashes a cold blue death cold light. It has the characteristics of stealing people's souls, and it can also deceive people. A novice gift package from Zalmoran. Zalmoran will quickly blacken and do things against humanity, which is inseparable from the bewitching of this sword point of course. The bewitching attribute of this sword has no effect on Yi Chen. As long as it is strong enough, its bewitching attribute will decrease point. But to be on the safe side, Yi Chen planned to throw the sword into the space-time shop point in the space-time store. It was tamed instantly, and then Yi Chen exchanged it and used it as his own sword. After completing the taming, Yi Chen looked at the magic sword that had stronger chills, but weakened its magic power, and smiled slightly. Yes, the attributes have changed, but the murderous aura is stronger. Hey, this sword makes me feel very cold, Captain. I think you should be careful of its backlash. Alice was a little afraid of this magic sword and didn't want Yi Chen to get too close to it. Point watching the live broadcast. Whitebird, Merlin, Magneto, Laozi, Magneto and others frowned slightly. Point the strongest dad. This sword is very ominous, and I'm afraid I can't tame it. Laozi is not you Laozi, the magic sword. There is also a Chiao sword in my world, but the magic is not as good as this sword, even if the leader has weakened its magic. Magneto also felt uneasy. Indeed, this kind of magic sword that seems to be related to natural disasters, it is better to touch less. There is an Avalon Indalion. This sword in my world, if conceptualized, is definitely an X-level noble phantasm, the evil king's eyes. What are you afraid of? It is impossible for the leader of the team to be unable to surrender to a sword. Liu Hua is confident in the leader of the group, so handsome and calm. How could he be controlled by a magic sword? Point the strongest dad. Kula la la, that's what I said. Whitebird almost forgot that the owner of this sword was the team leader, and he was completely worried before. Point the same is true for Merlin and others. They feel that they are completely careless. Lord Yi Chen, who controls this superdimensional internet cafe. How can it be so simple? Point at this time, Yi Chen had already put Frostmourne away and smiled lightly at Alice. The most dangerous thing is never swords, but people. Between the words, full of confidence and philosophy, Alice's eyes lit up when she heard it, and she smiled and said, the leader of the team said yes. Well, if you're okay, I'll go back first. Yi Chen has completed the task and can return at any time just to see what Alice's plans are. Master Chief, can't you stay tonight? Alice asked boldly. Yo. In the discussion group, Tony and Merlin whistled almost at the same time. Very ambiguous. Evil King True Eye. HMPH. Two pig trotters. Magneto. It's normal for beautiful women to love heroes, although the most important person in Magneto's life is Professor X, a good friend who loves and kills each other. He is also a normal man with a wife and children. Point what's more, in Western countries, there are many myths about heroes defeating dragons and bringing beauty back home, in their opinion. Plus people in Europe and America are very bold. It is normal for Alice to keep Yi Chen. Point I don't know how the leader of the group chooses, however, just when Merlin, Tony and others wanted to watch Yi Chen's good show. Point I saw in the live broadcast, Yi Chen whispered a word in Alice's ear and disappeared into the Resident Evil world. What did the leader of the group say? The members of the group were very curious and visited Alice one after another. Goddess of Doom, everyone, the live broadcast is over. Alice smiled playfully and then closed the live broadcast. Point Merlin and Tony were suddenly disappointed. Point Tony, I thought something interesting was going to happen. There is an Avalon Indalion. Yeah, I thought a good show was about to be staged. The system prompts. Tony and Alien have an Avalon who has been banned by the Master Yi Chen for 24 hours. Yi Chen, do you really think I'm blind? If they don't show the power of the authority Wang, they are afraid that they will forget who is the boss here. Asterisk chapter 23 by Hacky Crystals. Evil King True Eye. 666. Congratulations to Mena's Pigs Trotters and the Big Piece of Fesses for their successful death again. Seeing that Merlin and Tony were silenced, Liu Hua felt very happy. Who made them talk nonsense just now? Point Humph. The leader of the team is not a man that Yanma, Alice, can control. The strongest dad, Kula la la, but without the two of them, It always feels a little boring. Goddess of Doom, although they are sometimes annoying. What the old man said is not unreasonable. Evil Kings and Iron. Dad, stop talking to them. Whitebird is a good guy who specializes in resolving conflicts in internet cafes. After all, he treats everyone here as family. Chen, the old man is right. I'll let them out later, and you can continue to chat. Chen thought about it, and felt that, if Merlin and Tony didn't speak in the internet cafe, there would be nothing to talk about with Liuhua and Alice Point without them. The activity level can't be refreshed, the time-space store can't be upgraded, and Ace can't be saved by then point, so Chen released Tony and Merlin after a few minutes after releasing them. Chen stopped bubbling in the discussion group point, but thinking about a problem, that Ryan should be a transmigrator. But is that different dimensional event really a coincidence? It happens that the world, where internet cafe netizens live, a transmigrator appears, just causing an unnatural and different dimensional event. No matter what, Chen thinks this is too coincidental. Point, does the existence of superdimensional internet cafes really just make netizens chat and spank? How does the recharge system look like? It is like collecting or recycling the ability of netizens. Maybe there will be clues when the space-time store is upgraded. No matter what Chen thinks about now, he can't think of a reason. He has too little authority over the superdimensional internet cafe, and the intelligence that can be analyzed is seriously insufficient. Point. But it's not a bad thing to analyze nothing. Anyway, Chen is the host of the internet cafe. No matter what the hidden purpose of the internet cafe is, it is beneficial to him. Point. Moreover, if there were more superdimensional tasks, Chen felt that he would die of laughter in his dreams. Frostmourne. Chen held Frostmourne. His eyes flickered. With it, his combat power has been improved by at least a notch. Moreover, his current strength and physical skills are not strong enough, and he cannot fully exert the power of the divine weapon. Point. It's time to strengthen yourself again. After completing the task, I now have 1150 membership points. I can buy Conqueror's Haki crystals and reach the Whitebird level. There is no problem. Although there are other options, Haki crystals are the best. Chen silently calculated in his heart. There are many choices in the store. Magic power, magic of the gods, and Ninetales chakra crystals are all available for purchase. Point. For example, buying a few more Ninetales chakra crystals can also increase Chen's combat power again. But a single type of ability is easy to target. Point. And Ninetales chakra needs a strong physique to support. Chen perfectly integrated Ninetales chakra and practiced the Taoist supreme mind method, so that he played Kurama's power so smoothly. Point. Haki is closely related to personal momentum, spirit, and physique. Point. When Chen's physique reaches Whitebird's level, then he will be able to withstand the full power of Ninetales, and then slowly buy Ninetales chakra crystals to make himself the strongest Jinkriki in history. Point. After making up his mind, Chen immediately bought the goods. Ding. The purchase of armament Haki crystal is successful. The perfect fusion, the improvement of physique and strength attributes, will be promoted to the level of Whitebird within a month. The purchase of observation Haki is successful. The perfect fusion, the improvement of spirit and agility attributes, and will be promoted to the Whitebird level within a month. Successful purchase of Conqueror's talent. Crystallization, perfect fusion, enhanced momentum, the light and the dust mind magic secret, the sky and the earth. The power is strengthened. Sure enough, after the fusion of Haki crystals, all physical attributes have improved. But I didn't expect Conqueror's Haki crystals to be considered a talent. At the moment of merging Haki's crystal, Chen not only strengthened his basic strength dozens of times, but also sensed that an innate terrifying power was born in his body, awakening a kind of talent in the dark. It should be Conqueror's Haki's talent. I just didn't expect it to be considered an innate ability, but it makes sense to think about it. Conqueror's Haki represents the aptitude of the king. Point. People who don't have the qualifications of a king don't have Conqueror's Haki, which really belongs to the category of talents, not skills. And Conqueror's Haki is also very pretentious. It can stun the soldiers by the gas field. When it grows to the ultimate, it should have more powerful abilities. Remember the red-haired conquerors in the Four Emperors, which can cause physical shocks and shatter ships. In the Four Emperors, the Aunt's Conqueror's Haki cooperates with her scream, and it will emit a lion's roar-like effect, which can make the strong below the admiral level unable to move, unless their ears are plugged. Conquerors is very pretentious and cool, which is one reason why the Four Emperors are more compelling than Admiral. Unfortunately, Conquerors is the only Haki that cannot be cultivated, and can only be strengthened with the improvement of personal momentum. Personal momentum is inseparable from one's own strength, because one's own strength is not enough. The momentum cannot be too strong. The stronger the strength, the more confidence, the more powerful the momentum. In the final analysis, although Conquerors cannot be cultivated, it does not need to be cultivated, as long as his strength continues to improve. Look at my current attributes. Chen waved his fist, and after realizing that he could drive the strong wind at will, he consulted his attribute column in his mind. Superdimensional Internet Cafe, produced. Host, Chen. Talent attribute, nothingness. 4-dimensional properties, strength. 1800, agility. 1500 spirit. 2000 constitution. 1500 his. After reading the attributes, Chen realized that he was 100 times stronger than before the Superdimensional Internet Cafe awakened, and this is almost all the enhancement of Whitebird's Haki crystal to Chen. The Nine Tails chakra crystallization will not strengthen one's own physical fitness. This point can be seen from the early stage of Hokage, when the Vortex Naruto broke out the Nine Tails form so many times, and it is still a piece of garbage afterwards. With light and dust will strengthen the physique, but it is very slow. With the cultivation of the martial arts realm, it will take 100 years to cultivate to the extreme level of heaven and man under normal circumstances. Therefore, Chen's improvement in all attributes is the result of Whitebird's Haki crystallization point, and now Chen has just merged Haki crystal, not the limit of attribute improvement. Summit War. The power of the old Whitebird can still stop a huge warship with one hand point. Moreover, Whitebird had already been hit by more than 200 knives, more than 100 bullets, and his internal organs were burned. But such Whitebird still beat a Kano and cut Blackbird over. It's a pity that no matter how strong his physique is, Whitebird has not left the level of mortals. His body can't use armament Haki. He will still be pierced by a knife, and he will die if he bleeds too much point. But Kado of the Beasts, a non-human physique with an immortal body, was different. He singled out the Four Emperors Regiment and Naval Headquarters more than 10 times, and couldn't kill him. Non-human physiques do have great advantages. There are many monsters with non-human physiques in the second dimension, and Chen also wants to acquire such a physique. It's just that the netizens who are currently logged into the internet cafe do not have such a powerful undead physique. By the way, remember that there is still a lottery ticket, which may be drawn. Thinking of the internet cafe lottery ticket rewarded by the quest, Chen's eyes lit up. Ding. Use the exclusive lottery ticket for internet cafes. Ding. Congratulations to host for getting. PS. Happy New Year. 3 more updates tonight. The author is too sleepy and sleeps first, and I will make up for it when I wake up tomorrow. Chapter 24 Warcraft 3. The Frozen Throne. Congratulations to host for getting the first hyperdimensional game. Warcraft 3. The Frozen Throne. Warcraft 3. Chen rolled his eyes. 1 lottery ticket to get 1 game. This is also the exclusive lottery for Superdimension Internet Cafe. Did you make a mistake? Wait, the prizes of the Superdimension Internet Cafe will definitely not be that simple. After a pause, Chen felt that, since he had drawn this thing, it must have its use. Therefore, click install the game, check the game description, and really found the characteristics of the internet cafe game! 1. Downloading the game requires membership points. This is expected, but the price is not low. A full 1000 points is equivalent to watching 100 hours of movies. The price is so expensive that it can be exchanged for Whitebird's Conqueror's Haki crystal. 2. Great value. Why? Because there are customs clearance rewards in this game. Warcraft 3 has many modes, each with customs clearance rewards. The first customs clearance or record refresh, you can get membership points, activity, and there is a probability to draw artifacts in the game. What does this mean? as long as you control it well. Every time you refresh the record of 0.01 seconds, it means you have got a fixed membership point channel, and you may even get the artifact Frostmourne. Of course, there are very few rewards for membership points, and the probability of artifact. Hey, everyone knows, if it is so easy to draw, no one will recharge it. Moreover, Chen can also play this game, which means that Chen also has a channel to earn extra money! 3. Promotion of games is an important part of the development of superdimensional internet cafes. This is an internet cafe, not a chat room. Although netizens like to chat, it is very interesting to chat and spank with netizens from all over the world. But some people don't like to chat, not to mention that they will get tired of chatting every day and pouring water all the time. At this time, they need games. Games they haven't played, especially such real-time strategy and competitive games, are undoubtedly the best option. When I got this game, Chen earned it no matter what. It seems that we will have to think about how to develop internet cafes in the future. Chen secretly thought in his heart that the popular games from the previous life could be promoted. And anime series, but there must be a fee. Every drama, including the daily one, has to be charged. Netizens who log into internet cafes in the future will definitely have anime dramas. If it is free, it will be too favorable for them, and it will not be fair to other netizens. Finally, a novel. In the previous life, Chen had read no 1000 or 800 novels, among which his favorite was a novel by a certain Lu. The protagonists of that are all long ocean, and the writers in it all have novel ideas, and they speak nicely. Some of them also wear women's clothes. Koshizaki-san, Rem, etc. And I like them very much. I'm talking about a friend of the author who likes to play COS. No rush for novels. Let's promote games and dramas first. Chen pondered for a long time, and the development of novels lags behind anime dramas and games. Novels are the third industry in the second dimension. Moreover, the characters in the novels, especially the myths and fantasy novels, are mostly powerful. Publishing novels in internet cafes too early is unaffordable for ordinary netizens. If the charging price is low, Chen will suffer, so the novel will not be published yet. Now let's promote the game first. However, will it be a little inconvenient for netizens to play games on virtual computers? Chen suddenly found out that netizens are mentally connected to superdimensional internet cafes. It's okay for netizens to chat and watch. If they play games, there must be physical movements when people in their world see them. Will they think they are going crazy? And like Whitebird and Magneto, will they get emotional and triggered tsunamis and global magnetic riots? Ding. When the activity reaches 1000, the Superdimension Internet Cafe will be upgraded, and the time and space store will also be upgraded, and a product will be updated, Superdimension Computer, which will be distributed to members for free, and members can directly connect to the Superdimension network through the computer coffee. Inside the Internet Cafe, the mechanical sound of the system sounded. Answering Chen. Chen nodded. Is that so? Then there is no worries. After a pause, Chen opened the discussion group window and left a message. Everyone, work hard to increase your activity level. After the upgrade, there will be a benefit. There is an Avalon Indalian. Welfare. What kind of welfare? Expression starry eyes. The strongest dad. Kula la la. It won't be the kind of welfare you think anyway. Goddess of Doom. The old man is right. Tony, Sage Merlin, your thoughts are too filthy. Are you really the mentor of the legendary King Arthur? I doubt it. There is an Avalon Indalian. Tony is big shit. You are the least qualified to talk about me here. Tony, hey, someone attacked me personally. I'm Tony Stark. Not shit. There is an Avalon Indalian. Okay, big shit. I remember big shit. Tony, master leader, you have to do justice for me. Chen, presiding over justice? Presiding over what justice? Freedom of speech. Isn't this what you Westerners have always advocated? Tony, leader, can you be so worried all the time? Magneto, Mr. Leader, I'm curious, what are the benefits you're talking about? Chen, welfare is. In short, your expectations are right. After saying that, Chen closed the discussion group, leaving behind a group of extremely curious and itchy members. Asterisk chapter 25 Unexpected guests. Goddess of Doom, how can this happen? The leader of the group, just to rouse the curiosity of others, and disappeared. Evil King True Eye. That's right. At least give me some hints, Tony. There's no other way. I can only try to irrigate it, but unfortunately my Jarvis can't connect here. Otherwise I'll give him full activity in minutes. Magneto. If all my fraternity members are here, it won't be a minute, Tony. Magneto. If you can give out red envelopes, you don't need to call your fraternity. Magneto. Oh, it's like you've sent a red envelope, Tony. Laozi is not you, Laozi. If there is a red envelope, I will send it again tomorrow with Archmage Merlin and Your Excellency Whitebird. It should be enough. The strongest dad. Cola la la. Thank you. Then next, I will continue to tell you the story of the era of the great pirate, Evil King True Eye. Okay, Dad. In the discussion group, irrigation is still their point. On the other hand, Chen sat meditating in the private bedroom of the internet cafe, closing his eyes and resting. The airflow around him, the sky was covered, and there was a faintly flickering Teikai chart, which seemed extremely unpredictable. Point in fact, Chen is not cultivating, just meditating and calming down. Point it's not that he is bored, but that there are too many things happening today. Awaken, cheat, gain strength, killed the enemy, and performed a superdimensional mission through a third world. And obtained the artifact Frostmourne. Point then fuse Haki crystals to strengthen yourself in one day, in just 5 or 6 hours. So many things happened, and Chen's mood fluctuated greatly. Point he needs to calm down his own state of mind. If he can achieve heart like Shisu, perhaps his Taoist spiritual method with light and dust can make a breakthrough. Time passed quickly during Chen's meditation. Chen had no idea how much the outside world was doing because of his tail beast bomb, nor did he notice the passage of time. Point when he woke up from the meditation, it was the next morning. Hey, has it been a day already? Chen stretched, looked at the time next to the computer, and found that it was already 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty hungry. After a night, Chen felt an empty stomach for a while. Now his physique has been strengthened by 100 times. At the same time, chakra consumes a lot and needs energy supplements, so his appetite is still quite large. Point although he has cultivated internal skills, he can go a few days without eating or drinking when he reaches a realm of master, but Chen's physique requires so much energy that it is impossible for him to truly be an eater until he reaches a realm of heaven and man. I don't know what's going on outside, holding the phone, and was about to go out. Chen remembered that he had made a lot of noise yesterday, so turned on the phone to check the federal news. As a result, without the slightest surprise, what he did made the headlines. Shocked. In Jiangnan City, Nanshan building was attacked by a suspected natural disaster level monster. Outside the ship, 10,000 meters under the Pacific Ocean, will reveal the ancient city of 10,000 years, which will subvert the history of mankind. Nordic different dimensional cracks expanded again, monsters invaded on a large scale, and the Empress made a strong move to kill 100,000 monsters. The headquarters of the Shenzhou Awakeners Guild will dispatch the Star Awakeners to investigate the incident in Jiangnan City. Among these news headlines, Chen paid the most attention to the last one. Want the Star Awakened to come here and investigate me. Although Chen is not afraid of awakening the star, but those people will probably focus on the Wang family, which may cause a little trouble for him to kill the high-level awakener of the Wang family. It seems that, in order to avoid long nights and dreams, let's start tonight. Although I don't know where the awakened people of the Wang family are hiding. Chen's current observation Haki is not a problem to cover half of the city, and there are only a handful of senior awakened people in Jiangnan City, so you can search one by one. Sometimes the stupidest way is the most efficient. Hey, is anyone there? At this moment, there was a knock on the special glass door of the internet cafe, and a sweet and charming voice came from outside the door. Guest. Chen was a little surprised. He didn't do business yesterday, and he didn't plan to open the door today. Those who want to surf the internet should change their place when the door is closed. But Chen was just about to go out, so he stopped by to see who it was. Stop knocking, we are not doing business today. Chen came to the door, stood in the door, looked at the two beautiful women who were red and white outside the door, slightly surprised. The main reason is that they are too good looking and have unusual temperament. However, Chen only glanced at the red-clothed Oni-san with admiration, and his eyes didn't stop there. On the contrary, the elegant and quiet girl in the white shirt next to the red-clothed Oni-san made his eyes shine. This girl, I have a little impression. Chen secretly recalled in his heart. Over the years, even though Chen is an ordinary person, he has always been very careful and vigilant about his surroundings. Now that his mental power has been greatly improved, he can recall most of the memory fragments over the years. He found that in the past 2 years, the girl in white appeared several times near the internet cafe, but Chen didn't see her face before, so there must be a figure. Hey, Xiaodong's family, you have taken a fancy to my Xia. After seeing Chen coming out, the red-clothed Oni-san stared at the white-clothed girl and immediately teased, "What a joke." Without waiting for Chen to refute, the white-shirted girl named Xia hurriedly refuted her, looking frightened and full of desire to survive. Chen, what's the situation? That look, that expression, as if being his girlfriend would die. That red-clothed Oni-san was also frightened by Xia, so she was just joking. Is that what she needs? It's just that Xia rolled her eyes at Oni-san and read with resentment and slandered in her heart. Eldest sister, I don't dare to rob a man from that man. Please don't hurt me. That one is a famous domineering protector of, cough. Cough. Didn't you hear? We don't do business today. At this time, Chen gave a small reminder and issued an expulsion order. Why are you so stingy? I'm not just joking. Oni-san in red said angrily, sorry, I'm busy and I don't have time to talk to you guys, so I can leave. Chen said lightly, you, believe it or not, the old lady smashed your door with one punch. Red-clothed Oni-san snorted. Chen's mouth slightly raised. You can try it, and you will be responsible for the consequences. Okay, I want to see what the consequences are. Oni-san in red has a bad temper. He raised his fist and ignited a high heat flame like red lava. The temperature outside the internet cafe suddenly rose, and the air seemed to be boiling hot. Advanced Awakener. Chen narrowed his eyes. These two women were indeed not simple. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.